done, that's amazing. But, like the results just didn't really manifest, and I mean, you could only stay so hopeful for so long before you sort of realize, like, this isn't really working. No, about half the population doesn't respond to current antidepressants, which is why there's a billion of them. Um, Whenever I have to give a presentation on it, that's the statistic I use. I don't know if it's more or less than half, but half is what we throw around. Uh, the thing with Wellbutrin is that, like, the first day I had Wellbutrin, it was great. And then after I doubled the dose, I had like a solid week of feeling magical. And after that, it just stopped. Um, which I would put on norepinephrine reuptake before that kind of plateaus and receptors downregulate and all that. Um, and it just becomes less effective at signaling in general. But it was great. Like, it's hard to explain, but even like little things were nice because I mean, this might have all just been placebo. I don't know. Uh, but it was like, oh, I can listen to music and not feel bothered that, say, like, oh, I've heard this song 1,000 times before. Like, I could just listen to it and be happy that, oh, this is music and I like this music, versus, oh, I've heard it. I've heard this. Skip, whatever. Things are just, like, nice again. Um, and I wasn't, like, super judgmental or wondering, like, not get anything from this. But eventually that just sort of went away, so. It had its day in the sun, but was not long enough. And you can't, like, double the dose forever, because then your brain just melts. Well, probably. I don't actually know how much Wellbutrin you can take, but probably not much more than like 450 milligrams, I think. I think that's like the maximum dose before you start getting seizures. Try weed. Nah, I'm good. Well, St. John's wort is serotonin sparing anyway, so that's kind of the same idea with how antidepressants work regardless, which is why they tell you when you go and start antidepressants, like, don't take more St. John's wort, for example, because that'll interfere with the drug and you will be keeping more serotonin in your synapses than the drug should be doing, because St. John's wort is also doing the same thing and it's compounding the effects. Am I describing the effect of stimulants? Well, to be fair, that's pretty much what Wellbutrin kind of is, in terms of, like, antidepressants that are activating. That's pretty high on the list, which is why they don't tend to give it to people with anxiety issues, because then they will explode. Maybe. Now, scientifically, your brain melts and explodes. I'm a biologist, you can trust me on this. Turns to goop. Render, damn it. I I've never been on Zoloft. I think Zoloft is probably an SSRI. I don't think it's an SNRI. I forgot what the SNRIs are, though. I mean, it might work to you, maybe. Yeah, it's... Oh, okay, it's sertraline then, sure. It probably works like Prozac, but is slightly different in chemical structure than Prozac, so... Oh, actually. Huh. It's kind of weird how you can have molecules that look radically different, but still hit the same receptors. Also unrelated, but my capture card that I thought didn't work now works again, so that's good. Am I almost done with grad school? No, God, not at all. I've got 4+ years left. There's no real risk of getting serotonin syndrome. Like, serotonin syndrome, okay, I think literally one person died of serotonin syndrome once, and that's because she took too much stuff or was on some sort of diet with supplements that, you know, increased serotonin levels. That was a weird medical outlier. Serotonin syndrome is nothing to worry about. Like, if you take your medication like they tell you to and you don't go and do a bunch of crazy supplements or take a bunch of other medication that they tell you not to take, you're probably fine. But yeah, this person. Because it's like combining different serotonin sparing drugs, and I think that might be the only person who died of serotonin syndrome, but I might be wrong. That's the only one I ever hear about. Well, I guess a bunch of people could have also died if you're talking about like illicit drugs, but this is the only case I've ever heard about. How do you combine molecules in a lab? We don't. I don't. Not really. I mean, if you want to get a drug, you don't make it in the lab, you just order it. They're just companies that make stuff. And you just order it and they mail it to you like overnight, and there you go. Fluvoxetine. Fluvoxetine is weird because it works in rats within days, whereas it takes like a month, 2+ months in people, which is bizarre. And I have no idea why. Like, rats immediately respond to fluvoxetine. But how do you combine molecules? It's all organic chemistry, which I remember very little of. But, you know, you take certain molecules and add them to certain molecules, and you can draw out on paper what the expected result is going to be of said reaction. Like, this functional group will go here, and this will go here, because we have got this stuff down to a science, and we know how it works. Like, if you ever took an organic chemistry class, it'll be start with this molecule, then tell me what you will add step by step to get to this final molecule. And that's how you synthesize anything, really. It's just a series of reactions with certain reactants that you already know about, and you know what they will do and how they will add stuff. But we don't do any of that. There are industrial labs that you just order something and they do it. Probably all computers do it at this point automatically. Organic chemistry totally sucks. By the way, it was probably my most aggravating class. I got a B in it. Orgo 1 and 2. But, God, I hated organic chemistry. Ugh. What a nightmare. The problem with organic chemistry is that it's actually really interesting and it's like a puzzle, but there's a lot to memorize, and if I could go back and do it again, I would treat it like a language. Because organic chemistry is something you can't memorize, per se. It's something you have to understand. You have to get like a framework in your brain of what works and what doesn't. When you see something, your brain has to light up and say, oh, this looks familiar. You do this. And if you just sort of cram everything, it's a lot harder to make those connections. So, if I could go back and relearn organic chemistry, I would make a much more concerted effort to like study a little bit every day instead of doing it like a week before exams, because that's never enough. Like math, I guess I never learned how to study math well. I just did a bunch of practice problems and thought I understood it, and then I would get the exam and the questions would look totally different than the practice problems and I would fail. But like, organic chemistry is just about understanding the framework and understanding all the pieces. Because if you're trying to solve a puzzle and you don't remember half of the pieces, it doesn't matter if you know where they go or not. No one's going to tell you, like, this is the key, take these pieces out of the box and put them where they have to go. You know, you have to memorize them or not. I don't even know if I have any Orgo notes here. Probably don't. I might, but don't know if I ever want to look at them again. Oh, you know, actually, I probably don't, because it's not a thing you can type up all that well. You gotta draw it all out. Let's see. We're on sophomore year? Is that 232? Oh, no, that was that other class that I took. What is this? Oh, those are my labs. Wait. Did I take this in junior year? I did take this in no, it was the same door that I was in. Same dorm. Chem 272, no, I took that. I guess it was sophomore. Orgo lab study materials. Gas chromatography data. Gross. Worksheets, NMR. Oh, this is easy, though. Good times. This is, oh, NMR. I forgot how to explain NMR. It's... You look at various hydrogens, and they all have a certain emission spectra depending on what they're bound to. And I'm trying to remember this. This isn't my handwriting. I don't know who gave this to me. It might have been a lab thing that the lab coordinator wrote up, or probably a TA did it. But depending on what the hydrogens are bound to, they have a different emission spectra. So if I remember how to do this correctly, so you have to draw out the molecule, and you know there's a carbon here that's got three hydrogens. There's a carbon here that has three hydrogens. There's a carbon that has one, a carbon that has one, a carbon that has one, and that's also one. And I forgot, I think there is a key of some sort that you can look and sort of see, like, well, if it's between this and this, then it's likely bound to this. Usually when it's on the farther end of the spectra, it's an alkane, which is what this is. So you know, like, 3 hydrogens bound to 1 carbon twice, and they're pretty much in the same area, so these correspond to that. And I would imagine if I had the key, I would know that this 1 hydrogen there is the one that's bound to this alcohol group, and these other 3 hydrogens are bound here, here, and here on the benzene ring. But it's just like a puzzle, and you work backwards. It's not hard, really, and I'm not just saying that to, like, show off. It's legitimately not difficult. It's just a lot of backwards thinking. Like, this isn't even really chemistry, to be honest. It's just, like, thinking backwards to what you have to do. Like, you don't need to know chemistry to know, like, okay, there's a thing with 3 things coming off, and then there are 3 things with 1, and 1 thing with 1. Draw out what that is. That's the thing. Oh, that's the IR spectra. Oh, so these are actually really awful. I hate IR spectra so much. So this is the same. See, for example, there's apparently a peak there, which, whatever. So, there's an alkane group here with 3 hydrogens sticking off. Then there's a thing with 2 hydrogens sticking off there and 2 hydrogens sticking off there. And then 1 hydrogen there. There's a key that explains IR spectra, which I don't remember. But each of these peaks generally correspond to certain functional groups, and I don't remember which one's which. There were certain ones at one point in time you should have like known, like, oh, this peak, that's an alcohol, or whatever the case is. But I don't remember them offhand. So, yeah, so that's the alkane group. Well, not really alkane, that's a ester, ether, COC something. I think it's an ether, but I might not be on that. But regardless, and then you have 2 hydrogens there. So that 1H is that. And then you have 2 hydrogens with 2 peaks for each of these, so there's actually 4 hydrogens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's a benzene ring, and every carbon has to have 4 bonds, so that would be 1 with hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, whatever. And that's how that works. I did a really bad job at explaining it, mostly because I kind of forgot a lot of the specifics, but that was sophomore chem. Is this my gas chromatography data? Did I make this? No. That's an example. God, I don't remember any of this. Wait, was this me? 11/17, 2011? Oh, damn. This might actually be my gas chromatography data. For different reactions. Taylor Carter. Who are these people? Whatever. That's a thing. I haven't had to do organic chemistry in a long time. It's not very fun. I mean, it's interesting and sort of fun, but when you're being graded on it, all of a sudden it's very stressful. Bio's not too hard, though. Depending on the level of bio you get, a lot of intro bio classes are either like ecology, which nobody likes, or this is what DNA looks like. This is polymerase. This is ligase. This is helicase. And it's like, all right, well, I've seen this for the 1000th time. Hooray. But yeah, there's always that, like, okay, what kind of bio do we teach these people? Do we teach them molecular bio or like Darwin bio evolution junk? You skip bio. Now you can't understand how life works, and by extension, you can't understand yourself. Oh man, statistics. In bio, it's can you do a standard deviation? Can you do a t-test? Can you do a chi-square? Okay, you're done. Bio's the worst science. Oh, get out of here. You're fired. I'm just watching myself play this game 4 years ago. More than 4 years ago at this point, Jesus. You didn't do chem in high school and you're thinking about going to school for biochem. Is it worth it? If you've never done chemistry, I would be sure you want to do biochem if you've never actually done chemistry before. Because I had organic chemistry in high school, and it was really, really hard. And a lot of it I just didn't know very well, but it gave me an understanding, at least when I got to college, of what organic chemistry is and what it entails to understand. And it was still super hard. And if you don't have any sort of background in that, I don't really know if I would want to go and declare that as my major. You might want to declare a major in biology, take organic chem. If you really like it, then change it. Because for the most part, especially in like the first year or two, you will probably be taking the same classes as a bio major that you would be taking as a chemistry or biochem major. But I guess you can also just major in whatever you want and change it later on, but biochem is difficult. Yeah, this gift as a science advisor. I couldn't be an advisor in college. Part of me doesn't even know if I'd ever want to really work at a college. To some extent, it sounds like it could be fun because colleges are kind of neat. But I feel like it would drive me crazy because, I spent a lot of my college years being kind of about everything. And, to some extent feeling like, I didn't make the right choice, or I didn't put my time into things I should have put my time into, and I wish I could go back and do certain things differently, blah, blah, whatever. And I feel like just being in the presence of college students, constantly college students, like a fresh batch of young kids every year, would just drive me nuts as I got older. Just like this constant reminder of like, man, I could have done things differently. It's too late. Now I'm getting all old. I'm just surrounded by people who are, the future with all this potential and junk. I feel like that would just be awful after a while. No, I'm not telling you the things. But it all, I guess, falls under the umbrella of, oh, well, I'm dead. Under the umbrella of man. If I could have found the happy juice, then it would have been great. If I could have found the right part of my brain to squish to make it squish out the nice happy juice, that'd be great. But I can take some solace in knowing that I've tried antidepressants so far and they haven't actually helped, so I guess if I had done stuff then, it probably wouldn't have made a huge difference. I generally think I like teaching. At least I think I do, but I haven't really done it in any major, anything, any major setting. I just like to talk. Pretty much. And I figure, well, what career do you talk? Teaching. Okay, that works. I wish I had the Sailor Moon outfit in college. Not exactly. I feel like I'd just be a really sarcastic teacher in like a way that would prevent people from actually learning. I taught when I was in the Boy Scouts, yeah. Everybody thought I kind of sucked, but that was the nature of the beast at the time. I wonder if I could still find my old Scout ID from when I was 14 teaching. Because from what I remember, I looked like such a dweeb. Oh. I could do distance learning. Ah. I don't know. Maybe the Japan thing could pan out. Or not. Go, Hillary, go. That is where I got my nickname, yeah. Well, not even like nickname, that's just where I was called something like once and then couldn't come up with an internet name and then used it. But I think it's pretty good. The Japan thing, to go and teach English for a bit in Japan. Ideally, I think it'd be fun to take like a year off of grad school because I'm not having a whole lot of fun here. It borders between and just being like downright miserable. And I think if I can get like a year off and go on a foreign adventure, that would be kind of good. But who knows? Like, I don't know if A, I'll get in, and B, I can even get the time off, like, gracefully. Because I worry that if I go to my lab guy and say, like, hey, I hate everything, and I'm super miserable, can I take time off and come back, and you will take me back and let me work on stuff again as if no time had passed? The answer might just be no. And then you can't take that back after you've already said it, and after you've already expressed a general lack of ambition to work on stuff. So, I don't want to make everything super awkward, even if I end up not doing it. And then every moment I go to the lab, it's this constant, like, oh, here's the guy who doesn't want to work, sort of thing. But see, we never built the schools. When I did the fundraisers, it was just me playing video games and talking, and that's so far removed from doing actual humanitarian aid, it's pretty much like you can't compare the two. It's just me doing streaming and then asking people to donate money. And while I had very specific thoughts on what I wanted that money to do, in no way did I ever go and interact with any of these impoverished countries or plan the logistics of building a schoolhouse or something. I just gave money to an organization and they would update me with what they did, and that was great. But I didn't do a lot of the, heavy lifting for any of that stuff. Oh no, I graduated College Park ages ago. Ah, my chair is getting stuck on the carpet. Full-time streaming. Pff, yeah, right. That would be awful. Render better. Yeah, I don't know what people do long term with full-time streaming, unless you're like lucky enough to A, get a billion sponsorships, or B, make like a giant bomb sort of thing where it's more than just streaming and you produce other content with a group and an office and all of that. Which I think would be fun to do, but I don't really have anybody for it. Do I live near any of these murders? I'm sure I do. Let's see. This doesn't really zoom in any farther than that. A few, but not... Well... It depends. How many of these murders are mine? Well, I can't tell you that much. I can't take responsibility for any of them publicly. MLGT, is that actually a website? MLGTV. Oh wow. Major League Gaming. I thought that was a joke. Look at this play button. It's just Times New Roman. Is this... This seems like a parody of itself. Like... I've heard of MLG, but I didn't know they had their own streaming site. This is so... God. It's exactly what you think it would be. It's just Halo montages with dubstep. Like, stop. You're confirming the stereotype. I like this guy. The problem... game battles. The problem with, like, pro gaming stuff like this is that it tries so hard to look badass. And it's just not. So stop. Stop striking dramatic poses. Stop putting fancy effects on everything. Stop making this guy look like he's a grizzled veteran who just had a grenade explode in his soot-covered face. Like, stop. It's a video game. You sit on your butt, you stare blankly at a screen, and you click stuff. And is there skill involved? Yeah, sure. But, like, you're making it more than it is. It's a game. You're not the guy shooting dudes for real. Like, there's this huge disconnect between how they present this stuff and what it actually is that I just can't wrap my mind around. That just... It's why I can't take any of this seriously. Just in the way that it's presented, it's just so goofy. If they made it like, let's play this game and have clever banter and we'll talk and it'll be fun, and we're not going to try to make it like it's the most serious event on the planet, then yeah, okay, sure. But it's never like that. It's always just too serious. And you could say the same thing about sports, but the difference is that one is actually, like, you know, going around and doing physical things, and the other is a computer game. And not to say, like, oh, well, this, you know, isn't a sport, because maybe it is by whatever definition you want to use, whatever. But it's like if you had extreme chess playing or something. Like, you never see things like that presented trying to, like, pump themselves up into something they're not. And that's the difference. It's just blowing something up into something that it isn't, and doing so in this way that just doesn't fit. I've not watched poker. But it's just like the way things are presented. Apathy. Headset. Grizzled haircut. 5 o'clock shadow. Like, stop. You're killing me on the inside. Limitless. Shock. Pause with an X. Fox. Midnight. Havoc. Minnesota Mocha. Oh, that's not. That doesn't follow. Find my game. None of them. Coasters. Complaining. That's my game. I should sign up for free. One follower, I know. I don't think this guy's tweeted... This guy hasn't tweeted for 2 years. I was wondering, wait. I've seen this name, but I don't remember this guy. It's just so silly. It's because I killed him, oh. I just think it's weird to take things super seriously and, like, change the whole format to make it seem like this is a thing you really need to take incredibly seriously, but I don't know, I'm not really good at vocalizing certain ideas about this. I should chat about this channel. Kappa. Oh. Probably wants me to log in. I should buy 25 MLG credits. Get this MLG Nike jacket. Why? Why is there an MLG Nike jacket? It's like having McDonald's branded tofu. It's just like these two things are opposite. How do you just... That... They just overlaid a JPEG on this. That isn't even, like, real. That... Or maybe that just does an exceptional job at looking fake. I'm not trying to treat the people per se as a joke, I'm treating the presentation as a joke. If you want to be really good at video games and enter tournaments and win money and stuff, that's great. I don't have a problem with that. I just think it's really silly how all this stuff is presented as super badass, where it's like, no, stop. You're trying so hard and it just doesn't work. Super Smash Brothers. I want to get BenQ licensed monitors. Turtle Beach. None of this says MLG, so why would I buy this? I want gaming equipment. Gamer grip. Deals. That's good. Accessories. Hats. I want all of these, actually. Let's go. Okay. That's just the shirt. I know, but you can't copy real sports marketing strategies without the content of, like, football or baseball or basketball. Because then it's just like you trying to wear your dad's suit when you're like 8 years old, really, really trying to be an adult, but you're just not. It's like that. You have to grow into your own thing. And that, I think, is the issue with how a lot of this MLG stuff is presented. Oh yeah, if I had this shirt. Actually, you know what? For a t-shirt for $6, that's not the worst thing on the planet. I mean, it's... I don't know why you'd want that. But like, $6 for a t-shirt isn't too bad. Oh, it's a random shirt. I mean, I don't know. Why would you buy any of the other ones then? If you get a random one, then you get one of these, but it's $3 less, you might just not get the color you want. Like, that seems pretty good for $3. Ohio MLG, that's the one that I want. Support all the way. I don't get it. Is it League of Legends? I kind of just want one of these just to look at. Just to wear. And if somebody asks me what it means, I'll be like, oh, I just bought this. I don't know what MLG means. Muffin... lemon grapes? I don't know. I'm making this up. Not for $60. Oh. Well, I can buy it in small, but every size bigger than small is sold out. Small is sold out. Extra large is sold out. Large is not. So people in esports are either very, very small or very, very large. Waff pack. Small, sold out. Extra, extra large. I can get that one. And wear it over the Sailor Moon outfit. No, I want to show that off. Check out this beverage opener keychain. Why would you buy this? I can understand a shirt, but like, why would you want a keychain that says MLG on it? Wow, that's a horrifically ugly shirt. Thanks for putting the example on the world's most wrinkled shirt on the planet. I'm just not MLG enough, I guess. Game Battles Premium. See, what is this? Are they charging you money to watch? I don't actually know what this means. It gives me things, but like, is this to play or to watch people play? See, there's so much gaming stuff on the internet you can watch for free. I don't understand why you would pay money for it. It's the same reason people don't have cable subscriptions anymore. Like, we're moving away from this model where you have to pay money to watch stuff because there's a bunch of other stuff you could watch online and not pay money. Check out this Major League Gaming YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/MLG Call of Duty. Getting America's Army 2 to work was like installing anything else. People still pay for porn. Yeah, but your dad isn't the typical target audience of Major League Gaming. Oh, these videos only have like 172 views. That's upsetting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your host, Rich, and I'm joined by none other than Ravage. Ravage, you just saw it.
Spoon and Ravage, my two favorite commentators. What do you think about things, Spoon?
Saw what was so strong about Juju Scott there. We saw the Get Ultimate into the Hades Ultimate, and we saw Eater just absolutely show.
It's like you're just taking commentary from a football match and just dropping it in a video game, and it just sounds so weird. Snipe down. Flame sword. I should submit my play for the Call of Duty Onslaught DLC top 5. I don't know what any of that means. Do I want to be in a top 5? I should just load up like the original Call of Duty and just shoot a teammate and then submit that video and That'll be good. Finish. Finish, finish, finish. Ugh. Is this Siglemic or is this... Neither of these are Siglemic, are they? Oh, it's Pluncation. I've heard of all these people. I haven't heard of Simply, though. Huh. Wait, I'm not supposed to restream. Who cares? Are they changing the car texture to simulate lighting effects? I don't think so. But maybe. No, Siglemic did Mario 64 like 3 days ago. I was there. I was there for that, man. I wish I could just watch this and yell at it, but I'm sort of not supposed to. You set up a musical array of floppy drives and ran my mini version of Piano Man. Do you have a video of that? I don't think Mario 64 is boring per se. I think the problem with Mario 64 is that once you've seen somebody speedrun it really well, it's sort of not impressive anymore. Like, it still is, but the initial novelty of like, wow, you can't do that, sort of is not there. That's the issue. Chat rules. I guarantee you nobody reads these. Be respectful to others. Like, that's... Why is that a rule? First of all, A, everybody knows they should do that. B, what does that mean? Everyone has a different idea of what being respectful means to somebody else. And no one's about to, like, say something in the chat and be all like, yeah, maybe this isn't respectful enough. No one reads the chat. I mean, sometimes... kind of. Although when it's too fast, you don't really feel like you're contributing to anything, and that's the issue. Yeah, rules like that are just so you can ban people for whatever. Yeah, but then it's like, oh, I wasn't disrespectful. Well, this person said this, and I only said and then it's like, ah, stop. Stop. God, there's a lot of RIP emotes. Whose Okami emotes are those? Oh, go back. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's no commentary on it because I have it turned off. Technically, I'm not supposed to restream people's stuff, so... I don't know. I mean, I could, but if I actually start watching this, I should probably put my time to doing something else. You had to do it. What did you do? Oh. You should buy that shirt. I'll just watch the chat and pretend it's like watching the stream. This chat's fantastic. I'll do my part. There you go. Well, that's gone. Apparently something funny happened. But probably not. Is there like a giant slow mode on everything? Oh no, there's not. Way to be part of the problem. I'm helping. I don't know what you're talking about. My emotes are cleaning up the problem. Oh no, it just goes. It wasn't removed. I believe five emotes is automatically deleted, but 4 is okay. See, this guy's emote was probably deleted because he put too many, yeah. Like, pro tip, in most chats with like Nightbot set up by default, it will delete 5 emotes but not 4. Why do people like type this in general? Just like writing all this out. In my defense, it's advertising for Oregon Trail emotes. So it has a purpose. Is Siglemic actually here? Oh hey, my thing finished. Oh no, it didn't. You can't see Donger. That wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure that cleaned the chat up, though. Is that Siglemic? God, that's a lot of people in the background. I don't know what's happening.
We beat 3 for 3 on the Linux.
Nice, that's looking good. Cheese makes the early cycle. Nice one.
Well, this chat
Nice. That was a clean visit cap.
exists.
Not over yet. Alright, so Chip was Siglemic. Good stuff. So CCM is free?
CCM is not free. That 100 coin.
So Red's pretty tricky. This is Punk coming up right now from Punk Division. And this clone out community is super rough. So So if you don't go off that corner at the right angle, you won't get enough speed, and you'll just die, and you lose about a minute to that one mistake.
Reminder that this is still a very close race. Anything can happen upstairs.
This Star Wars as well had a few optimizations recently that saved around 2 seconds. So many little things. It's it's just a little joke.
Oh god. Let's see, did this render out right? When it previews, it always looks like it's oh no, where'd that put it? Oh, there it is. It is interpolated to hell, but I can't actually tell. Oh, that seems fine.
Didn't actually.
Well,
Wasn't paying that much attention.
I can't tell.
Will you see
Actually-
the coloring?
That might be interpolated to hell. Let me see. It's hard to tell because it's also very blurry. And it doesn't look too interpolated. But the problem is the original one didn't have
Look at that.
a lot of bitrate involved anyway, which is probably...
Enjoyable anyway.
Actually, that doesn't seem as bad. Oh, well, no. Well,
A lot of random. It's kind of weird to fly, but you know.
that definitely looks
after
worse.
a minute or two of doing it, you kind of get accustomed to it. Now we need to go inside, which is where it gets kind of tricky. It's Vice City, but it feels you look
Yeah,
like
that
this
looks
the entire time.
actually way worse.
So, just beat the first game, so
Well, it's hard to tell, actually. I don't really know if there's an option for that in something that I should have hit. Let's see how the rest comes out. Like, worst comes to worst, I'll just set it to render itself overnight or whatever. I mean, it's gonna be worse on YouTube, but the original wasn't even 666p. It was probably even lower than that. I didn't use 666p by then, I don't think. This looks like 480 by 720. It's 1024 by 600, actually. So... Input bitrate, 975 kilobits per second. Yeah, I can't really fix that. Well, I don't know if anyone's actually going to watch that anyway, so it doesn't matter all that much, but... I remembered how to get good settings from not Vice City, from Adobe Premiere, and then I forgot how to use Vegas to get it to render out what I want it to do. So I'd have to check that again.
In Visicap can run out before you can get through a door. You can fall into basement.
It's weird,
You can bonk and fall into basement.
because this is kind of like a terrible layout, but at the same time, I also really appreciate all the bits that animate. But it's throwing me off because so much stuff is moving. There's 4 screens that are moving, the title bars keep moving, Mario in the middle keeps moving, the bottom keeps moving, and then the chat's on the side of my... the chat's just
Because you actually make
in the corner of my eye, and that's constantly moving as well.
the haunted house, which you would never think of really.
Although I can just close that, but still, it's like, what do I focus on?
So what Punkation's trying to do here is he's trying to activate the text and leave the doors at the same time, or get as far as possible before each text box comes up. Oh, this is slide. The chat. The enemy's
Yeah, like a 3-person race instead of a 2-person race seems a little strange, but... I mean, 162,000 people are watching, so presumably they're doing something right.
but it's not run
Bottom left is the right choice. If I were watching this seriously, I would be watching Punkation.
So now we got 100 point new round. Puncation.
I don't really have a huge preference, but I've seen him around a bit. But, you know, it obviously works, so it's not like there's something inherently messed up about it.
What could be behind this infinite tunnel?
I have 177
Why,
viewers.
Yeah. Awkward. Oh, good Jesus.
Ugh.
No!
Oh wait, actually that isn't interpolated.
Hang on.
Well... it kind of is. Does Steve still speedrun? I think? He might even be at this... Oh yeah, no, that's interpolating. Ew. Well, I'll fix that. For future videos, these will probably just have to deal with it. It's because the frame rate skips every now and then. It doesn't know how to deal with drop frames. And if this really looks like hell, I can just fix it. Fix it in post, re-render it. It's not motion blur, it's interpolation. There's a mismatch between the input and the output frames, and it kind of like stretches certain frames to compensate. Or not stretches, but like blurs them together.
Reset.
So as I said, we do the very it's pretty simple stuff.
There are other routes in this game where you can do
I was sort of live watching this. I'm not
stars, and if you don't like EDH,
supposed to, but I don't know. I probably should actually be doing real work or studying or something. Does changing my rendering settings fix the quality? Yeah, it does, but the real problem is finding what the rendering settings that are correct are. And I don't know how to fix that. Oh god. How do I have 174? I just did a bunch today. Was that wrong? No, it was right. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, there's no point in SyncTubing a Twitch channel because it's already live for everybody. I can just host it. That's probably what I should do. Oh, there's my memory board. Knew I had one on my desk. Yeah, but I don't really feel like sitting here and making fun of it. That's effort.
課題講義
Restream on first stream. I'm good, thanks. What is this? Oh, that's right. I'll do these later.
華々しい
If I watch it on here, I'm just taking money away from the charity.
Here we go, boys. Shouts to DD 100. He's in this room. So yeah, this one here, you only want to miss one way. Pretty cool. And you have a current medical point here.
No, you don't need a kanji keyboard. The site converts it automatically through, like, HTML magic. Probably JavaScript. I got this weird, like, rough area on the side of one of my nails, and it's bothering me. I don't know what happened.
You're crying.
It's not very fun.
It's the water is full of tears. Sorry, it's crying.
There we go. I'm literally stealing from this charity.
So it's going to start to sound to those. It's a pretty tricky community.
Bite it off. I've mostly, I hope, fixed that habit. I got tired of being embarrassed whenever somebody had to see my hands. I do have a nail file. I have one on my desk, which I think helps a lot.
Very nice.
So we don't like rolls, so we try to avoid it as much as possible, because writing rolls is very
Who's talking? I used to bite my nails as a bad habit, but I've stopped.
and then other sort of moving rolls. But thankfully there's just enough balls that things are close enough to skip it completely. Good stuff from Sydney. The good thing of the DD100 is you get some pretty slow stars to chill out things just over here.
And fires.
And it's basically you got the back straight away.
Yeah, I don't actually clip my nails, to be honest. I just use a nail file, emery board, whatever.
3 different cycles is fine. So, there is a long boost cycle.
You just have to keep after them every couple of days.
There is a Goomba that can go in it. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, because, well, think about it, Japanese characters, there's a character for things, whereas in English you have to type out the word, so it takes up less space.
For the button to go down,
the most viewers? Nah. I'm sure they've gotten way more than this. That sounds crude. I mean, it works. I don't see the problem with it. It just never gets like short than long. It's always just sort of maintained at more or less the same length. Well, to be fair, on some chat, Cupcakes Raw, I'm sure somebody's saying, "Oh man, Tim's unbearable to me too." You're not big on filing your nails. I'm not big on clipping them. There's something about it that just seems very uncomfortable. I couldn't really tell you why.
So, Monkey realized he made a 2-second mistake there. He didn't risk it. Because if he went for it and he didn't get it, he would have lost another 20 seconds. It's better just to stick it 4 or 5 seconds past that. That's nice. It's got a pretty good one.
They made... Wait, what? They made the players show the follow button for everyone? Do you mean like how they... I don't know if that's a joke or not. I was gonna say that would be cool. But that's not what they're doing, I don't think. Which is better for your nails? Oh, who cares? They grow back. Wait, is that actually a thing? That it shows the follow button? Oh, it might be a better Twitch TV thing. But yeah, this is not a thing for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very close.
That's the fastest spike we can get. And now we're going to see if he gets good in. So good in is when you rip pepperonis.
She's actually got a.
Did you actually say rippin' pepperonis out loud? Why would you say that? Wait, is that what that's supposed to be? That... Oh, it's actually... That's supposed to be pepperoni? I had no idea. I thought it's just a bacon emote. Oh. I never knew. But this game doesn't run at 60 frames per second. How's it bacon? How's it pepperoni? Pepperoni is a circle. No. That you would have to donate to the Beat Cancer Foundation for that. This is only prevention. Is that like One Piece? Do I watch speedrunners? Not really. I subscribed to Siglemic at one point. Because he used to put the chat in sub-only mode, and I really wanted to say 12.7 because that was the pinnacle of humor. And this was also like in 2012, where I first saw these speedruns and thought they were amazing after I got old and jaded. That was kind of it.
Yeah, shoutouts to the upstairs playgrounds.
Like, sometime, like, there was like a summer or two ago where I would occasionally watch CFG, but that's sort of it. I don't really watch a lot of Twitch streams, to be honest. Like, I'm either streaming on one of my channels or not on Twitch. And that was kind of it. Honestly, I sort of feel like speedrunning wasn't a fad per se, but it was like the thing to do on Twitch for a while, like a year or two ago, and now not really as much. But I might be wrong. It was never really a community I was involved in. But it sort of feels like it's cooled down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably it. Like, a lot of... Well, I feel like speedrunners had the advantage of it being just interesting because of the nature of what they're doing, and as a result they can get, you know, notoriety like that. But when there's a lot of people doing it, I think the novelty isn't really there. And if that's all the stream is bringing, just like cool game stuff, we can find that on a lot of other channels. But I don't know. Oh man, I actually have Mario Maker. When I bought my Wii U, I ordered a copy of that, but it's still in the box. I don't know if I want to open that can of worms. I mean, it's tempting, but I don't know if I could deal with like 8 hours of the chat just calling me shit. That wouldn't be particularly fun. I sort of feel like with Mario Maker speedruns, or not speedruns, but like Mario Maker streams, there is an expectation that you have to be a certain amount of good, and I'm not. I'm pretty bad. And people just randomly wandering into the channel expecting like, oh wow, Mario Maker, are going to be incredibly aggravated. I don't think Roller Coaster Tycoon typically has bad chat, because it's not a very visually exciting game. And whenever I stream, I'm usually kind of subdued. Sort of. You know, it's not like crazy over-the-top YouTube yelling at stuff. And, you know, if there's not like crazy, hyperactive, whatever stuff on stream, I kind of feel like it ends up reflecting onto the chat as well. Because the people who are like that and are looking for things like that might not bother to watch just because they don't find it as interesting or as immediately exciting. Oregon Trails... The problem with Oregon Trail is that I always feel like it's interesting for somebody who hasn't seen it a lot, but for the people who have seen it a lot, they never want to see it again. And that's always the struggle, like, how do you balance that? How do you keep things novel forever? And the answer is, well, you can't. No, I'll probably play Mario Maker. I mean, I have a Wii U. I've only played Smash on it, and just, you know, a couple days of that at that. I have a Pro Controller. Monotone Tim Unarchived is not me. Every other channel on YouTube that doesn't say Monotone Tim, period, full stop, is not me. Well, the thing with Mario Maker is an issue that I think I have with a lot of streams, where the goal is to make stuff. I think people expect, like, oh man, you can make anything open-ended, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be great. And then there's this expectation on me where it's like, man, I hope I can come up with something funny for this, or interesting, or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Like, I don't know if my brain's gonna have all the neurons align and come up with something interesting. Because if it doesn't, then it's just incredibly boring. And unless you want to sit there and plan out all the fun stuff ahead of time, then it's just, you know, very, it's all luck if you can come up with something or not. Would I stream Wind Waker HD? Yeah. I think that'd be a fun stream to just play and zone out on. I mean, I ordered a copy, so it should be here eventually. I'd probably play more Mario Maker levels than I'd make. Unless I really thought I had an idea for something. My issue with a lot of the Mario Maker levels that I've seen, though, is that they're not fun. It's like, there's a very specific gimmick or order of operations you have to do to win this level. You have to get this switch, this shell, whatever, bring it to this point. You only find out through trial and error. You spend like an hour on a level that eventually takes 2 minutes to beat just to remember how you have to do everything. And that doesn't seem fun, really. Like, Mario 3 and whatnot are good because it's just solid platforming and nothing overstays its welcome, but I don't care about solving this huge puzzle to beat this one Mario level. It just sort of feels like a waste of time. Whatever, get into fan games. Not like I want to be the guy level fan games, because I don't really like games that are intentionally difficult just for the sake of being really difficult, because when I beat them at the end, I don't care. You know, I don't get that, like, wow, I did it, finally, sense of thing. It's just like, wow, I spent a lot of time on this for nothing. Yeah, I play Touhou now. God, never played it. What I was thinking of doing one day is loading up a bunch of RPG Maker games that have no reviews and just playing a bunch, but I feel like a lot of that's just going to be super dry. You know, because it's a RPG Maker game. They all pretty much play the same. They're all going to be slow, and it's just going to be reading a lot of dialogue. I played Demon's Souls, and I didn't really like it all that much. Yeah, I'll just do a Touhou stream and cosplay. I don't actually know, is that just like a shooter? Is that all that is? Just like Xevious with anime girls. Arkanoid. Or wait, is Arkanoid Breakout? It is, isn't it? Never mind. The thing with Bloodborne is that Bloodborne, Dark Souls, all that, it seems like Zelda, but with more setup and higher stakes, and that, I don't know if I like that or not. Because I know the payoff when it works is probably better when it's like, I'm going to plan and use this and go here and do this to that guy. But it's, from what I played of Demon Souls, it's a very chunky, a very methodical game where you have to put a lot more focus on what you do before you do it. Because everything has weight and everything's got momentum, and it's not just like Zelda and you can hit a button and you swing your sword immediately. You know, like there's wind up on everything. And I don't know if I like the thing being that unresponsive in ways. Well, I mean, when I think of Zelda, I just boil it down to like, okay, you have a sword and you have items, and you go around dungeons and slash dudes in third person. And it's not like a Devil May Cry super fast action thing. So, in my mind, they're not like radically different in terms of concept, just in terms of gameplay. I'm never going to do an Undertale stream. It's been done. Everyone's seen Undertale that wants to see Undertale. And I don't have anything new to say about Undertale anyway. Message deleted. Oh, Rickion, what'd you do? That's weird. What did you... How did that break the sensor? Somebody else do the... Hang on. Someone else do that. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it picked up a swear somehow. Huh. I don't know. I'd have to check the log. Oh. And I bet it... Oh, is it detecting it as... It might be detecting it as... Yeah. Probably like... chat spam that looks like a penis, if I had to guess. That's probably what it is. Or part of it. If I had to guess. Oh well. Come on out, the chat's quieted down. Render. Oh, is that still Octodad? Oh, is everyone banned now for an hour? Oh, that sucks. I mean, I'm not a mod on this channel, so I can't undo it. I guess you're just dead now. Now we know what not to do.
So yeah, catch some sun mounted. And then there's a specific spot, and the monkey just goes straight towards you. Now to the monkey fish. You have to be kind of careful. You don't know how it works exactly. You can actually get the monkey trapped, and you have to reset the stage just to fix it.
You want to do the waterfall star after the star.
Oh, it's apparently 10 minutes. Never mind. Well, in that case, I'm not going to worry that much about it.
This is actually one of the non-declining animations, because so many people have tried to make this monster.
I'm sure I've already said this before, but
It's been so tough.
how does Trihex feel being the face of every racist thing on Twitch? Does that bother him? Or is it like, hey, free advertising?
It's just so distracting. It's hard to think of monster.
Also, different details.
Speaking of, whatever happened to the brain slug guy?
So what Pages will do here, you see how we turn the camera on? It's straight to the camera, and then if you dive roll out, then press C up, which normally is
He's fine with it. Oh, okay.
traps Mario into a stance, where the game thinks he's living in, and during that time he slides down the slope of the monster.
I feel like it would bother me, but whatever. No, it's not like what people think of him. I just think of more of it like, man, my face is the thing that's facilitating all this.
Octodad. No. The other sync. Wow. Yes, I'm sure my doctor.
Yeah, God, interpolation. Yeah, I gotta find the setting for that. It's really bad. I'm sure we've had this before. I know I've asked the question, I just don't remember the answer.
Like here, you see monkey walking around. You're like, why did you go to the Star Trailer? And the reason why is around
He doesn't take internet racism seriously. Oh.
So this is the same spots have to go.
Access going back.
Also, it's part 2 guys at the same point. That's not too bad. It's like 12 seconds.
I mean, I know that guy had his face changed, so it's not like this is just me saying this and being overly sensitive. Like, there's a precedent for people thinking this. Whose sound do they use? Oh, there's an icon there. Never mind. That's clever. Etna, I feel like if she asked, she could probably get the face removed. Because they also got a name change on Twitch without having to win any sort of contests, which is kind of neat. The Kappa guy was at TwitchCon. Oh, that's so dumb. I mean, like, not dumb that he went, but like, I'm imagining them having a TwitchCon panel that's like, meet the Kappa guy. It's like, oh, okay. This small relic of internet history. You know, it's like, oh, go meet the guy who came up with all your bass. Ha. It's funny because that's a game we all think is bad.
Shaq's great back career. I think it's pretty good.
Meme con. I think if I went to TwitchCon, it would just be incredibly awkward. Like, what would I say? You're that guy from the internet. Yes. Okay. Remember that time you said honk for cholera? Yeah, yes. I remember that. I did say that once. Yeah, I should just wear the Pet Sound shirt everywhere. Wear a featureless latex mask and a wig. Ew. I need my hair. Well, the thing is that TwitchCon... See, when you normally go to a convention, you go to a convention because everyone's got, like, a unified interest in a thing. But the thing with TwitchCon is that nobody cares about Twitch. People just care about the Twitch streamer that they watch. So... it seems very disjointed. Like, what do you do at TwitchCon? Here's a bunch of people, I have no idea who they are. Do I go to their panel? Do I just hang out with the guy that I know? Like, that's the thing that I didn't understand about TwitchCon. Like, what do you hope to do there after you go to the panel with the guy that you really like? Rickion, I'd imagine the double equals probably triggers some sort of, like, it probably makes it think you're putting in giant symbols or, you know, like a big picture of a dick. And generally, if that's what you're putting in the chat, you probably intended that. It wasn't like a slip-up, like, oh, I didn't know this word was banned. So that's probably why it's 10 versus 1 minute. It's probably the difference. Dun dun dun. Chat pauses for a second, and then it catches up. For everybody to say wrecked.
This is Tippy, guys.
He wants cheese to win. He wants Tiffany to win. He wants Punky to win.
Wait, which one's Punkation in the front?
It's my race. So now, Simply and Punky are completely even.
Is that the guy on the right?
So now,
How old is he?
it's over. This race just became very interesting.
He looks 16.
It's a 1 hour and 50 minute run.
Do I have to, like, stream Mario 64 to get the key to immortality? Oh, the guy on the right. Or the left. Never mind. Who's left? That left? My left? Their left?
You blew it, son. You blew it. Cheese. Alright, cheese.
Presumably you mean that one. Their left. Well, I think they mean our left.
He's looking pretty strong. Oh, God. God dang it, Simply.
How do you guys both do that? I don't understand.
You have to, like, search some tropes and tropes.
Yeah. Let's wait for Fizz. See what happens there.
Let's see what Lucky now is still a TCM 100 hours.
Still do it what it is. Sub 3 bits is very hard. That's
So you could die to 1,000. It happens.
Oh, everyone looks kind of young here.
That's why we need a validated for TDC is because
Especially the kid in the middle.
the stage and the time is solved straight away, which saves a bit of time. Those are one of my best ones.
Very fun too.
Everyone needs a name tag.
And now cheese takes over simply. Ooh, cheese guys.
Okay. I guess I'll clap. Does this show up as purple because that's just... Oh, it's the names and then their Twitch channel. Okay, never mind. I was wondering why it's covering up the same thing. But it's probably for other people where they have different names. Dear son, be home for dinner.
They're very upset. Now they say, enjoying the run, and hope you and the community are enjoying it too. We are so proud of all the runners and the great cause.
I can't imagine my parents ever giving like any comment with like any sort of internet Twitch lingo. Like runners. Like my dad still calls when I do podcasting, so I can't imagine any of that. You know. TimCon, if there actually were a thing, would be great, but I would probably have to like reject 9 out of 10 people at the door. It would just be like, well, it's gonna be like 4 of us here, and we're all gonna have a big cup of coffee and play Smash Brothers, and that's it. We'll do crosswords and listen to NPR. I don't know what I'd actually do with a crowd of people in real life. Yeah, it's like, come to Starbucks and we'll talk about stuff, I guess. Yeah, geez, fine. Who would perform at my con? I'd hook up the MIDI voice thing. Learn Japanese with the... Ugh. I try to think of not learning it when I can avoid it. I should be actually studying more. I cracked open a book. According to this book, it is... Let's see. It's apparently N3 level, and it's not particularly challenging. N3 being, I think that's intermediate level. Oops. I don't remember. Intermediate. Maybe one day I'll actually sit for one of these tests, but they're only held at certain parts of the year, and only at certain places. But it might just be kind of fun to sit for a standardized test that who cares about what the results are. You know, like if I get a good result, that's great, but if not, like, so what? I was only learning it because I wanted to teach English in Japan after I graduated and take like a year off and then figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life instead of going right to grad school, but I was told not to do that. But I had spent like a year learning Japanese up until then, so I figured, well, I could just stop and forget it all, or I can just keep at it and maybe use it one day, so I've been on the keep at it approach. Is there a point of N4 or N5? No, not really. I mean, it's there to make you feel better, but if you're ever trying to get employment with anything related to Japan or Japanese, you need at least N2. Like, even N3 isn't really great. Just a block that says poo. That's pretty great. Streamer gave me a shout out, but I haven't been streaming. You should watch this guy, he's not streaming. Ha ha ha. I'll get back to it eventually. Oh, Insanity, yeah, I know. Tom. Sort of. Not like no, but I know he's around. Don't I want to fill my bank account with Twitch money? I mean, that'd be nice, but... oh well. This is actually the Prevent Cancer Foundation. This is not the Screw Cancer Foundation. I'm sorry, you have donated to the wrong organization. Okay.
Don't do it. Oh my god. There's somebody around us people from
Face.
I don't really know what the charity does, to be honest. I never kept up, so I don't want to like say anything and have it not be true. What I would like, as someone speaking from a research perspective, what I think would be really cool is if they donate money, because it's not an insubstantial amount. It's like, you know, $1 million or $500,000 or whatever the case is. If it were like, we took this money and funded these grants, which resulted in this work specifically, or these papers being written, I think that would be really neat. Then again, your average person might just not care, or might find it, I don't know, demoralizing when they realize like what research actually entails, where you just find a connection between this very small thing, usually. I think just the idea of saying like, oh, I donated to fight cancer, I guess is a lot more appealing for donors than it's like, I found a connection between this, you know, SNP and cancer within this population at a significant level of 0.05 or something like that. that's the reality of research, but I guess it doesn't really encourage people to donate all that much. Well, the thing with cancer is that you can't just cure cancer. There's a bunch of different kinds of cancer caused by a bunch of different reasons, and I don't even know what you would do to begin to cure it. There's like 1,000 variables involved. Like, what we would do when we had charity marathons is that I would have it go to international aid and build schoolhouses, which, I mean, I think that's, in terms of like bang for your buck, pretty good. There's actually a good NPR podcast on what international aid efforts get you the best returns for your money, and it's kind of interesting because a lot of the ones you would hope actually have really awful returns. Like, you can prevent or treat 10 people with malaria versus treating one person with HIV/AIDS. Things like that. And you don't want to boil people's lives down to numbers, but at the end of the day, if you're trying to solicit donations, I guess it would be nice to say, like, hey, this is a good use of your money because XYZ. And cancer just seems like one of these notoriously tricky things to solve. I guess this isn't really a race anymore. I'm sure quality of life with, high rates of malaria is totally garbage. Because if you don't have, or if you have high rates of malaria, chances are you also have a lot of other things, like sanitation issues with standing water or lack of good medical treatment or whatever the case is. So it says a lot more about where you might be living than just that disease. Did this finish rendering it? Not yet. Render. See, that's kind of my thing with a lot of these charitable organizations or game fundraisers or something. I don't really want to be a part of just like, like a thing that helps raise money if I don't necessarily have a say in where I think the money should go. Because realistically, I think, there are much better charities than others, and if I'm going to spend a lot of time doing a fundraiser, I'd like to plan it or have some sort of, say in where the money goes, and ideally, I'd like to feel comfortable with what I'm doing and spending my time with. Nice gameplay. Oh, thanks. Put a lot of thought into it.
But everyone has a mistake. Keep forcing it.
Oh, jeez.
Here's double G's. This is what happened again. It's pretty good time.
Well, you know, ideally, when you donate money, you accomplish something other than just getting good feelings. But
Oh my god. Oh! Not like this. We don't see no eggs stuck in simply.
oh yeah, I'm good at not only playing 3 games at once, but also emulating a crowd of 100 people. I'm actually all of those people. Surprise. Isn't this restreaming? No? No, I got IP banned because I just streamed blank text on a blank screen with no sound.
It's like watching a Twitch stream, right? Almost run out. It's like during the final
Render.
everyone's like 1, 2.
Almost all perfect.
Reward record, right? Not the 150. He's still beating my time. I can't say anything.
You beat all of our times by many minutes.
I might have to re-render all this now that I look at it.
Good stuff, guys. Take a break. It was pretty exciting with the crowd stage after.
Thanks for having us.
Simply, your third place time was 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 41
You were
seconds.
so close. It's okay, you beat Simple Clips.
Oh, the blank text did say go to the sync tube. Yay.
Once again, huge shout-outs to all of the top 3 players in the world playing for Super Mario 64.
No, there's no Siglemic. No, no claps.
We're actually going to have an interview with our 3 racers. Somebody over there, I don't know. But yes, to finish off the $500 donation from earlier from Circle, love watching these events every year. Always a blast. Thanks to the speedrunner community for being awesome.
I watch these events begrudgingly, full of hate every year.
Yo, we did it. $640
Yo.
from Cyclops Boy. I didn't throw down the big dollars for the 602 race this year, so may as well contribute to the Super Mario 64 race. Shoutouts to all the runners, also to my man 360 Prism running Galaxy, Chris Aya.
I don't even know what I would do with $2 million. I don't have a good use for it. The production where they have the audio is kind of clever, but they really should put this next to the window, because I know that's Simply's audio, but it looks like they're getting it from the room. Hey, look alive, dude, in your phone. Who?
I got $64 from Outside.
Oh no, if you screw cancer, then it reproduces.
$26.64 from Hazel. Dear HGG, you guys are awesome. This is for my husband James. His mother passed away from cancer this past year. 25 years ago, she lovingly bought him Super Mario Brothers 3 from the original.
Oh, I'm hosting Twitch Idler, not AGDQ, because I hate curing cancer.
And watches HGG replays religiously throughout the year. She gladly donated to help stop out cancer the way Mario stops out humans.
Ugh.
Again, for all your hard work and compassion, let's beat cancer. Donation goes to Beer's Choice. Thank you, Hazel. And $64 from Amy. $64 to Awesome Race, Mark 64, and Fort Collins. My mom was recently diagnosed with cancer and undergoing treatment for the last several months. Hopefully this can help other people avoid these terrible diseases.
Render video. What's my favorite type of cancer? I don't know if I have one. I just don't understand this chat. Like, why do you type these things? Like, what? How do you intentionally be this unfunny, like, repeatedly, for such a long stretch of time? How does that happen? Like, why doesn't... Where are their filters? Where's their, like, man, I put effort into this comment. It's gonna be great. Someone's gonna read this comment and laugh. For real. Instead of just... that. But you have to strive to improve. You want to be funnier. If you don't try to be funny, you're never going to get better. I'm sure there is a better chat room. There is that NeoGAF invite-only chat room for this, which I'm sure is probably fine. I mean, everybody who's hosting this probably has their own channel. They're children. No, they're not. Like, I can almost guarantee you, these are not all 14-year-olds. There aren't 148,000 14-year-olds on the planet. Does Jesus have two? He does. Well, you know, that's how you spread the word. Put it on one phone at a time. Do you need a chat room? What is there to talk about? There should just be, instead of a chat, like a bunch of... The chat should just be broken down to like 4 buttons. Like one button that says epic, one button that says hype, one button that says wrecked, and one button that says... that sad face with the Binding of Isaac guy. Bible thump. And you just click the button that you want, and it just makes a bar graph in real time. Just remove the chat. Just put it all like that. It doesn't put it in the chat. There is no chat. It just generates a graph. Yeah, one button that says Kappa, one button that says Wind Waker. That guy does have a fanny pack. To be fair, it might be an EpiPen. Maybe. A friend of mine walked around with one of those because he was allergic to stuff, and if he got an allergic reaction, he needed somebody to stab him in the face with an EpiPen. Or the thigh. I always get the two confused. Do I actually watch streams? Not that much, honestly. If I'm either on Twitch, I'm streaming, or not on Twitch. I don't really watch anyone in particular. I don't know what's happening in the chat. What friend zone is happening? Alright, whatever. I should make food. I got a coffee and a sandwich earlier today. I was hoping that would be enough, but maybe not. No, I never played any Fire Emblem games. I never had any interest in them. And I played the new Smash Brothers anyway, so by extension I've already played Fire Emblem. Does that guy have a thing in his mouth? Oh, it's his microphone. I thought he just had like a really long tooth. And super androgynous dude in the middle. That doesn't help at all. Is 360 Chrism the stack of stuff? Wait, what? Why don't... I don't know what's happening. What, are you smelling him? What? Where's the guy who's like, no, I came to win, no fun? Oh, it was nothing, I just did it for fun, you know, no pressure. Like, no. Oh, Chizos. So, 05 and Pun is the stack of stuff in the middle. Put the labels back up. He's like JFK from an alternate dimension. Jacket strats. Oh, God. Did you actually... Stop. Stop saying internet things in real life. It's not... It doesn't work.
I got all the stars of TTM So without those two mistakes, it would have been a 142 for sure. And
Jacket strats.
I don't. I guess I
Ouch.
played well. Besides Killerless just destroying me.
So let's talk about that. When you fell, like at that point, what was going through your head? Because at that
It's not even dedicated to cynical strats, it's dedicated to talking like a person.
when you fell,
If it's funny online, it should be funny offline, or else it's just stupid.
Like I got this absurd angle.
Jacket strats.
I couldn't believe it, and I was just watching.
What is the white blob in the middle?
Like I knew that I had
It's
kind of a big
the
lead.
scream rendered in a potato?
We were basically tied when I made my way back up there, and
I don't know who any of these people are because
definitely
the
had a higher chance of winning.
the subtitles went away.
Since it's simply he got last place again in the race.
oh man. All right. So that was my next question. How much were you guys really aware of how everyone else was doing? I mean, were you really looking at the other screens, looking at star counts? I mean, what were you really
Yeah,
doing for that?
I was doing that quite a bit. Like, I knew that Cheese made some really big mistakes. This was not a good race for him at all.
Wait, are you just like calling out the dude across the table?
Attention to everyone.
I know this guy sucks.
I always keep track where everyone is going, but I always tell Punkay.
That guy over there, he's
he keeps saying it's
garbage.
not true. But I always say Punkay. First of all, Punkay is the most experienced. He's playing 2 years longer than me. And
Yeah, the volume on that's kind of turned down. I turned it up slightly. Hey, wait, those are my, or, wait.
The whole time.
Ha,
I kinda
ha,
knew
ha.
what would happen. So I just said that I have to
Yes,
practice
I saw
with
that.
them, but I kind of fell apart on certain parts, and I made
Those are mine.
huge mistakes that were like really
Brother.
just it was just big, and that's pretty much it. I just had to concentrate on playing as best as I could.
Were you pretty much playing the same as you would if you were going for PB attempts or something like that, or did you really adapt
I
your
mean,
route
in
for
this
the race?
in this situation and this setting, it's 100 times different than at home.
It's like
And
farting
you
into the
have
wind.
You have your correct seating posture. Everything is precise, and in total different environment, different chair, different TV, different the noise. It makes it much harder, but it's all mental basically. Once you have your mentality down,
I'm
then
part of the problem.
You should be able to play just like you play at home.
So simply, it was actually a pretty tight race towards the end between the two of you. I mean, did you think at that point? Did you have any kind of predictions? If I just keep playing consistently, I could do this. Or I mean, what were you thinking then?
Before THI, I was like,
You don't have to resub to me. I haven't been streaming recently.
And then he fell in THI, and I was like, yes.
I'll get back to streaming when I stop feeling like dying.
I got second place, and then I fell twice in win caps, and got third again.
So you've been doing this for a couple of years, right? You've been running SM64 for.
I started in like mid to late January 2012, I think it was. But I've taken a lot of breaks, probably around like 3 years of actual playtime, but which is longer than them. Simply.
Yeah, everyone
simply
over there
just playing
sucks.
around with me.
They're
And
just
the Chiefs
total
only been
trash.
for, like what, a year and a half?
Yeah, I started last year, April 2014.
It's a pretty optimized game, and
What is
a lot
it?
of people are playing it to be able to come up that fast in the ranks.
I eat next?
Well, basically, in my situation,
Doesn't make any sense.
I didn't have anything to do for the whole year, so I just stayed at home playing Mario like almost every day. Well, pretty much every day. But what I did was, I don't know, I kind of started off doing hard things right away. So I would just watch Punkay right away. Punkay's actually the one who made me start. When he got the world record, I was like, I have to play, I have to become I just want to become like Punkay. And I think that's the difference between me and a lot of runners. A lot of them would be like, oh, I just want to get sub 1 and 7 star and I want to quit, But I kind of just had like a competitive mindset. I played and I was like, I want to become the best. I want to become one of the best. I always had that in mind.
I don't know. I mean,
I just practiced every day and I just got good really fast,
it's
'Cause I had my
different.
mind on it, I guess.
I guess when Twitch sends out like 7,000 emails whenever I go live, there's this like, man, I better not screw up sense. Whereas on this channel, it's like it's incredibly boring. Well, whatever. I don't really care that much.
We used to do a race
It's like where I
every
siphon
day
off all
for
the
a while,
junk.
but it definitely
What did I
stopped.
type
Like,
in chat?
can't tell you the last time we did a race, but besides
Somebody said
today.
something
Okay, so I mean,
that wasn't right.
After
Or not wasn't right in Japanese, but it was just weird in Japanese.
Probably the last time we finished.
I said I want to eat next, or not I want to eat, it's just I will eat next or something like
Races
that.
can be kind of silly. 'cause there's
And then I
always-
said like, what do you want to
It's a
eat?
long
And that
run,
was
you're
it.
committed to it, so you don't really want to have to keep going if you screw up.
Care less, stream
Yeah,
more.
That's the thing. You like. Play
I don't know.
early on, and you're just like, ugh, I don't
I guess
want to
I guess
finish
it's also
this.
because we already know our capabilities and we know what's gonna happen. So if we just feel like it's kind of a waste of time if we finish.
I don't really want to harp
really
on it,
well, we could
but
spend the time trying to
you know, I've
get
just been
something
super
instead.
down.
It's true. Yeah, I feel that way sometimes too.
Yeah.
So was there a particular part of the run, so for each of you, was there a particular part of the run where...
You know,
once
to the
that
point where I
run
don't
was
really
finished,
feel
you're
like I can
okay,
just sit there and
that's done. I'm glad. I'm past
make
that.
jokes about crap for
Probably
6,
HMC
8,
and,
whatever hours.
The HMC 100, I mean, because it's super easy to lose a lot of time on that star. Like the BLJ, backwards long jump, it's when you be able to speed, clip through things, and if you fail that, you lose 15 to 20 seconds. And in the big room with the red coins, some awful things can happen there, like accidentally ground pounding the box, which would be a nightmare.
Why did they put the
Tell myself
labels
that.
up for these people for like 5 seconds and then they
Yeah,
took them away?
After I exited the big room with the red coins, I calmed down a little.
Okay.
I would say every stage has a certain part that if you
I mean,
screw up,
thanks,
it's hard,
Cuppy
you
Cakes,
lose
but
tons of time. So like every part that was hard that I would have
I don't
lost a
know.
lot of time, I just got really scared at. But I think I was
It's hard to
most
always,
worried. I think Tippy probably when I was trying
feel
to
like you're going to be doing a good job.
I didn't want to meet one of the class.
I don't really feel like streaming if I feel like I'm not going to do a good job.
That means the top.
Especially if it's like, oh, I haven't streamed for 2 weeks and I come back and it's just incredibly awful.
That definitely was the scariest time. And I was in the sky, of course, because I died last time. I didn't want to die.
The names don't matter in the scheme of things.
I think
But I want to know.
big one, especially in runs like PB attempts, Vanish Cap is like, once you pass Vanish Cap, that feels good. There's not a lot of breathing room between like tricks that can lose a lot of time, especially in a marathon run. Like wall kicks will work, you can lose a lot of time. CCM 100, there's a lot of 100 coins where you can easily die if you make a mistake like TTM 100, THI, and
This should just be Ace Attorney. This would be way more interesting
constantly you're like sweating,
if...
dripping down.
Oh god, you know what I want to do, but I don't...
And any second you lose concentration, that's it. It's like a bunch of time gone.
But I guess in general, like basement, getting past basement. As a
I really want to make this like an Ace Attorney courtroom.
harder parts of the game.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, but if they end the interview, I won't.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
next
too
we
late.
got the SM64,
If I had thought about it in the beginning, I could have done it, because the background is mostly a solid color, and I could have chroma keyed it out and put everybody behind an Ace Attorney podium, but
$10 or more, you get this lovely monkey picture.
I can't, too late.
There you go.
This concave is concave, and this picture is
Nah, they're gonna end it.
So,
monkey.
thanks very much. SM64 16-star
Yeah, that's
multiplayer up
monkey
next.
All right, thank you to Fiesel and all the interviewees there.
If you win that pinball machine, how do you get it delivered to your house?
So now coming up here, we got the SM64 multiplayer 16-star run by Chrism and Snowman. I want to remind you guys that this was not part of the original schedule. It was from your $4,000+ of donations, just simply to get this in, that it is here now.
My thing
Make sure
finished
you guys
rendering.
check out the donation tracker. Go to gamesdonequick.com/tracker and check out all the various donations that are all the various incentives.
They sent it to you in
prizes,
pieces.
extra
You have to pick it
runs
up.
that you can put into the marathon, just like this one.
What is up with the text on that? It's like illegible.
And real quick, because we're not going to have a lot of time, I just want to read one donation right here. A $1,360 donation.
It's a lot of money. Setup 1.
From Chris C34. Go 360 Chris M. Go AGDQ. You guys are awesome. $360 to Runner's Choice.
And
We
go
actually
Tim
Runner's
for the
Choice
hell of
before
it.
you guys get started?
Yeah, save the
Save the
animals.
animals. All right.
Woo. Woo.
Alright, nice. Yeah, set the Wii. These wires, dude.
What? What happened? Oh god! Fix the deinterlacing! Stop the jiggling! No!
Alright, so we go from file select.
Fix it!
Count us down.
Oh, it's terrible!
Hi there, setting up your timer right now?
It's not hard to fix.
How's everyone doing tonight?
No, it's not because it's on a CRT.
One guy
They just have to change the capture setting.
missed the bar on the way here.
Their deinterlacing is on the wrong setting. Because it's bouncing between fields. It needs to blend them.
There's no open cutscene. And it's not there either. Yeah. Wait,
And real quick, we have a $50 donation from Rip E. Oracle of Ages needs the hero of time.
I mean, you can just
named after
render it
the
in like
hero
240 instead of 480. I don't even know if Mario 64 ran more than that.
Took him from us at 55. May this donation go to preventing the world's next Iwata from meeting a similar end. Rest in peace, sir.
I said fix the deinterlace. I don't think it helped. No. Yeah, I tried. That was my part. I think it'd be really fun to do a lot of like technical video capture setup for this. In my dream life, I would have a studio of stuff I can mess with, but nothing to do with it. Deinterlacing is important. It's like, we put all this time and effort into all the other bits of the setup, and we're sponsored by video capture companies, but we can't get the video to work. They're not going to read my message unless I donate like $100, and I don't have $100 to just throw away.
How about $80 from Corey?
Oh, $80.
Save the Yoshis. They take so many hits for us. Also, keep up the good work and kill cancer.
what?
And $100 from Dr. Jeebus. Spent the weekend with my girlfriend's mother, currently living out her final days.
Oh,
fighting
that wasn't
cancer
funny.
and a collection
Sorry.
of other illnesses.
I thought they were just commenting like, I'm not single, ha 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 ha.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just comment, fix the interlacing, I have cancer.
How about just $360 from LP Twister DX? Hey everyone. I hope you
Heya.
all have an awesome time. If the chat
What's
stays
crackin',
hashtag
home slice?
ADAFAK, ADAFAK. Sure.
What?
Like crazy.
I can hear
They
you.
sent it to me. Like crazy. I'll donate another $42.69. Good luck to all runners. Greetings, Twister.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, we can. Oh yeah, my mic's on. Shout out to Simple Flips.
Love you, Simple Flips.
Check out my channel, dog.
So I'm not forgetting at the end.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
go
First
ahead.
of all,
We just saved like a minute, no intro cutscene. Pretty good. And you saw these guys do something called LBLJ. We don't need that.
Alright, go for it, Chris.
I'm doing this.
This seems really bad.
So because Luigi is kind of a second player, events like flames don't happen around him when Mario is still alive. And coins don't spawn, like there's a row of coins here that's not here, for example.
Just like, why is this
Mario
multiplayer?
dies, Luigi takes all the properties of Mario.
Doesn't seem like it's made for
And the
multiplayer.
camera's horrible.
Yeah, like the camera, I don't
The
understand how
camera,
that
for
works.
whatever reason, in Bowser stages controls like sunshine versus the fixed angles normally.
I don't know which one 360 Chrism is. I'm gonna assume he's the black one.
Phew.
Come on. And we
Alright.
forgot a red coin.
I'll just do my part.
Huh?
Alright, sweet. And where's Mario?
There
oh,
he
there he
is.
is. Yeah, there's an input we can do on the D-pad that's not in the original
Oh.
that can cancel every single animation in the game, like everything. And we're gonna see that soon. Mario's gonna show you how it works.
If I can kill Bowser.
All right, I'm gonna grab a key. Let him do this thing. And exit.
Alright.
Yeah, we're gonna open 2 doors at once. That saves a bit of time.
I can't tell who's talking because the camera's too small.
All right, now we're gonna see how we can grab multiple stars in a stage without leaving it. That's like the most time saves you can get in the run with this trick.
Oh, almost popped each other. Alright, good luck.
Thanks. Oh, that was the first wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
Oh, let's do that again.
I believe in you, Chris.
We practiced this so much, and I got it like 50% of the time. That's a really, I don't know.
T. Does that do something?
Yes! Nice. Oh, I can grab the star at any time.
Charmingly unself-conscious. Not me. When did I study in England? I don't know.
Or you can hear Luigi's
2014.
taking a
January. I think.
This camera's not glitched.
Maybe it was 2013. I don't.
Alright, well this is pretty interesting.
I think it was 2014.
For whatever reason. talking
No,
about
it
this
might have
thing-
actually been 2013.
Hi, Luigi. Yeah, it unloads a lot of things. So you can just grab the star in there.
No, it's 2014. Yeah, I keep thinking it's 2015 still. It's 2014.
And exit level. There you go.
Alright, now slide.
Oh yeah, slide. You go, you go. Oh yeah, if we
How was
press
England?
the R
That
button,
was alright.
A player
was
can
nice.
take over the camera for itself.
Yeah, I'll
Which
take
we're
over
used a
Chris.
lot.
Clean.
Yeah, he's doing slide by himself. It's too dangerous. If we do it both at once,
Nah, it
we
was,
could, like, hit each other and die.
2 years ago.
I hear Luigi sliding.
Oh yeah, I'm
though.
sliding, I think.
Oh,
I'm gonna make the screen vibrate.
It's already vibrating.
And it's cool because Mario can grab both stars. And downstairs.
Most cities are better than Baltimore.
get him, Luigi.
Okay. I'm gonna take over.
Yeah.
I'm a bit ahead here.
You got this.
Come on. All right, we got some pretty cool strats here. It's called Pillarless, but it's not. We're not doing it the conventional way.
This seems kind of dumb.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, the game is super broken, but that's because it's a
Okay.
ROM hack.
So I'm in the wall now. I'll just wait till he gets another star.
Oh, stupid bird, dude.
Oh yeah, and when you grab a star, the music stops playing. It's like the only glitch I know in this game.
No, even if people could deliver me pizza, I don't really want anymore. I've got to lose some weight.
Weird camera. Okay, there.
Was the English
Yeah,
winter
let
as
the
bad
cutscene
as they
play.
say it is?
Orange,
England
yeah, I got
is...
it. Usually I get that star, man.
Like, all the jokes about it being kind of dreary
Just cancel.
are actually not
can't see.
that
I
far off.
There we go. Alright, switch.
Oh yeah, switch controller.
I do this strat better than Chris, so.
Okay, I take over the camera after the first long jump.
Yep.
Alright, sweet.
See, but the thing with me, with speedruns, is that they're interesting to see because a game you've grown up and played a billion times is broken in ways you never expected it to be broken. But I guess when it's something that's just sort of made by a dude and hacked together by a dude, and then it turns out it's super busted, like, well, what did
Okay,
you
I guess you
expect?
Alright, backup plans. We got this, guys.
So the original plan was to cancel that flame.
Like, I could show you a game I made
Red
that's
grab to get the star,
full of
but Chris's
issues,
controller likes
but
to
I feel
not-
like it wouldn't
Yeah, I
be
think my keypad's
interesting
a bit
because
broken. Yeah,
you
it just
didn't...
likes to not work.
There's like no attachment to it.
Which is funny because I don't play games with the D-pad.
But yeah, we got backups on backups, so we're good. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, save the game.
There we go.
We don't want a game over, you know.
It could happen.
It happened.
It happened a lot of times in practice. No, we're not gonna do carpetless tumbling. Sorry to disappoint you. Mario!
He was looking for his head. That's weird. Why am I stuck? Okay.
Okay.
God, I'm not used to seeing this game in English. It's a 20-minute joke. I'm sorry, it's too much
I'll
of my
just
time.
follow. I'm the backup here, and Snowman does the work.
See a spider.
Oh yeah, there's no fall damage in this game.
Yeah, Donkey Kong 2 is pretty broken. Or not Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong 64 is pretty broken because when they were programming it, they forgot to put the fun in.
Alright, Mip's clip is amazing too.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Oh, sorry. Didn't cancel it in time.
So,
Which is a major programming oversight.
Oh, you gotta. Can you come back?
yeah. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, Nips doesn't run away from Luigi either, and doesn't know how to be grabbed properly.
They should
Alright,
speedrun
yeah,
hard
that's
times. Good one. Oh,
Yes,
thanks, man.
that's good.
Alright.
Put a lot of thought into that joke. Donkey Kong 64 kind of sucks.
So BLJ through the door he is banned. So we need the money.
There he is.
Nice. That was good.
Alright, I got this.
Alright,
Luigi.
yeah, I'll do 100 on this side.
Alright, good luck.
I got this, man.
And up.
Oh. Alright, I don't want to come back to you, okay? Alright, thanks.
Yeah. Guess you gave up on those coins.
Oh yeah, this game lags a lot
Donkey
on
Kong
the-
64 is just
For
too
whatever reason,
big for
on
its own
PC,
good.
It lags a lot
It's
worse
too
than
boring.
64
Just to revisit,
player.
retread all these areas.
It's pretty bad. Anytime now. Yep.
Like, if they just made multiple levels and you were
Oh,
just
man,
Donkey
these
Kong
frames.
or Diddy Kong,
Oh my god.
Amazing.
or like you could be all the Kongs and get the same objectives, but there were only like a much smaller number per map, not Kong-specific things,
Alright, good luck.
then maybe that'd
I
be
just have Chris do all the
interesting.
Bowser stages
But
'cause
it's just
I'm
not
good at this
fun
game.
to have to keep going through the same level like 5 times. It wasn't for me.
Oh, the camera's so bad.
Yeah, I wish it wouldn't be Sunshine Camera for Bowser stages.
And
but
it's, I mean, Sunshine camera's good, but the camera moves so slowly.
yeah. Sick early cycle.
Almost. Oh yeah, because we can't fix the camera straight on this line, I'm not going for the long jump on the side.
But there's no flames anyways.
There's no flames, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, see, I didn't play Donkey Kong 64 until I was older. And the N64 is already gone.
Don't fall through
Oh yeah, what was it? Something in support of Funky Kong drives you home from the airport. Great video. I know the one,
I
of
died.
course.
I can't see.
Oh no.
Okay, we're good.
Loving and supporting Funky Kong.
Oh, alright, yeah, hitbox. That's how it works.
Nice.
I kind of want a pizza, but I shouldn't eat one, so... I guess I'll just be tofu.
Let me show you how it's done, Chris.
Alright, he can do it so much better. I don't know.
And upstairs time. Alright, you jump up first.
Yeah, I go
so
first.
we don't soft block. Oops.
Eat 2 pizzas. I don't even know if they deliver
Alright, there you go.
There we go.
at this hour. Well, it's a weekend, they might.
Yeah. I can't do the VIJ.
I can't either.
I mean, I can, but...
I get this
UAG
awesome
doesn't.
Papa John's app.
Alright, so I'm gonna be on here for
Find
like
a
5 minutes.
store.
Sorry.
Yeah. Locate me, Papa
Sadly,
John's.
the wall clip we did on the first starter, nice.
Okay, there we go.
Doesn't work on this for whatever reason. Oh wait. I need to go up there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Go to the door.
Nope.
Can you...
They stopped delivering at
Hi,
12.
Luigi.
I could order right now.
So this should
But I
somehow
won't.
open the door.
You got it.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Nice. Alright,
we're in.
I mean, if I really wanted, I guess I
Endless
could just
staircase.
walk
Yeah,
down to
the door is
7-Eleven, get a
super broken, and Luigi has to stand on the
oven
bottom one.
pizza.
It's I don't know.
Got surgery on your throat. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Nailed it. Okay.
Oh my god, camera.
I don't want to order right now and be that guy, then I'd have to pay a bunch of money in a tip. I'll just fry up some tofu or something.
Oops, I let go of the camera. It's hard to hold the R
Yeah,
button.
that's what the camera would look like if he wasn't holding the R button. Go Weege.
Nice.
Alright.
I got it.
Yeah, but see, if you ordered in Baltimore, somebody has to deliver your pizza at like 2 in the morning, and then they just die.
Okay, time for me to miss
How do I
even
make
more
my
things.
tofu? I just cut it into
Enjoy.
pieces,
Yeah, Luigi
cut
sadly
like slabs
can't-
off,
He can grab
and
Bowser
then
and spin Bowser, but he
pan
can't
fry
throw
it.
Bowser.
Yeah,
and then I
so
just do a
Luigi is
vegetable
gonna get a
stir
chance
fry
to hit
and
Bowser.
Yes.
throw it in
We
the
gotta
bowl,
give him a little bit
eat
of
it.
So we'll do that after I miss.
Pretty
at
basic,
least
but
3 more
I'm
throws.
lazy and I have no motivation
I
to
promise
be
we'll get
better,
there.
so...
Snowman is known for missing throws.
I am terrible at
No one
throws.
misses throws like Snowman.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. Okay.
Do it in real
And-
life.
okay.
Yeah, but
Nice. All right, number 1.
then I'd have
so
to wear
I gotta
pants.
get Bowser a little bit close, but Luigi will get a turn.
All right, we use this one. I'm good. I'm ready.
Let's do
Yeah, but
a little bit more.
Oh
This is
god,
short, by the
that
way. We're wasting a
interlace,
bit of
not
time
that
to show you
interlacing, that interpolation
Ready,
That's how I
Weege?
feel about this.
is so bad.
Let me
Oh
help you
yeah,
out a little bit
Luigi
more.
has
Ah,
like only a few
dude.
pixels to actually
I don't even know if
grab.
I can upload these.
All right, got him.
Okay, let
It's
me push
really
you.
rough.
Octodad.
Help you out a little bit.
Oh,
Yay!
Also, I am wearing pants in case you're curious.
Happy we have effort.
So we realized Luigi can't throw, but we made it work anyway.
How did I hit that?
Hey, nice, we did it!
Oh, now you're never gonna see
Alright,
what they
that's
did.
pretty good.
All right, the run is over, but we still want to show something that's coming up in the next cutscene. The cutscene
Yeah.
is a bit different.
So when we said you could cancel
And
everything...
time, by the way. We're
Oh,
done.
time.
15:09.
That's a PB
That's a
by
PB.
almost 3 minutes.
Huh? Huh? Huh.
Yeah, that feels really solid.
Yeah, that was
Would you
way
even
better than
say-
anything we did in practice. Like,
Would
way
you
better.
even say that was a world record?
No.
Okay.
Not even close.
World record is 5 minutes faster.
Okay. Y'all did good, kids.
That's fun.
But we made you think it was a world record.
Oh yeah.
Do I consider myself
Alright,
a negative
so-
person? Maybe a little bit.
You know, the peach gives a kiss to the winner.
I actually don't
But who is the winner?
I played Octodad and Happy Wheels like 4 years ago.
Don't.
No, I'm actually wearing pants. I could show you. That'd be kind of weird, but I mean, I could show you.
Oh, okay, I've actually not seen that before.
Yeah, why doesn't this?
Alright, who gets the kiss?
Who gets the kiss?
I don't know. There's something missing.
I think it crashed. Oh no, never mind.
okay.
Ah, my enter key makes a weird sound.
Stars are still there.
Well, they all make weird sounds, actually.
I win.
Luigi gets it.
Go, come on. Leave this place.
I'm
I don't
out
need
of
you
here.
anymore.
Wait.
I never used the enter key and the number pad, but it
I don't
sounds
know
like
where I
there's
am.
something stuck.
Wait, I can find you. Where are you?
Okay. I think I fell in the boat. And yeah.
Yeah, we're done. That was good.
What a storybook ending to that story. I'm gonna give you guys.
I
one
don't
more-
think the cutscene will actually start
Yeah, I
playing.
think it just stops. We just watch the birds fly into the sun.
Yeah. That's because we taunted and ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was SM64 multiplayer. Shoutouts to Skelex, who made the game. You can find all about Skelex and this game on YouTube. That's a
No,
good
there is a
source for it.
GPU,
And also shoutouts to Lucky Lester and his brother for actually like routing this game and being better than us.
Yeah, they're way better.
Yeah, and thanks for GDQ for having us run this this meme game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Meme
Now,
game.
one more donation before I let them leave the couch. I have from Arc204 a $2,000 donation. He says, getting kind of tired, but I refuse to go to bed before 100,000 is met. We're at 95,000. We've raised like 26,000 since I sat down, so good job, SM64 Block. I'm glad I finally have a stable job.
Right-click
so
the
I'm
video,
financially
hover
in
over
a
switches,
position to
click
donate.
disable
Apparently you
resample.
are. Good luck to all of the runners this year. Go Chrism.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you all so much for your generosity.
Oh.
Coming up next,
Is that it?
we have got Fire Emblem.
That's interesting. That sounds like it would work.
Color Monster. Ooh, he's British. Lots of fun. Run. Oh, Jesus.
Huh. I wonder if it's gonna take like another hour though. Probably. Oh well, whatever. I'll just let it go.
And with that, thank you guys. I am Spike Vachita, and I will hand it over to Zach.
And with that, that's it. Go home. I always forget where they put these. No, where's my interview? Oh, I'm sure this will take forever to re-render, but that's alright. Oh, did everyone just melt?
Alright, we have a donation from Josh105 for $100. Hearing all these other people and family that lost their pet with cancer makes me grateful.
No, I'm uploading all the videos game by game, coaster scenario by coaster scenario to YouTube eventually. The GPU should increase the rendering speed, but Sony Vegas can't find mine, which is really aggravating because it would make this way faster instead of making it take like 2 hours. Oh, hey, Marugo. I streamed some Mega Man on Not Tim. Back in the day. This isn't even Fire Emblem music.
We have $100 from Radio Yuki who says, love this event, keep up the
Got
great work."
$100 from somebody who wished they donated during a game. Yeah, mine doesn't find my GPU. It found it in the laptop and it would render it in like 10 minutes, but not anymore. I don't think there's an update for this. It just doesn't find it. It doesn't find my QuickSync either, which is weird because it even asks if I have it. They should have been sponsored by Papa John's. That'd be great. Just give everybody a pizza. They should just have pizzas just in the background. Just spend $1,000, $10,000 on pizzas and just have them in the back on a table. That'd be fantastic. Nobody wants to hear this. Oh, that's right, there's music with it too. I got rid of Not Tim because I was spending time on it that I should have spent sleeping or studying or something, and I thought I'd feel better if I got rid of it. But I didn't, so I made it again in the end. Oh man, a humble self-help book bundle? That sounds great. Pay what you want. You can be the boss. Wow, this... I should just stream this. I'll just stream myself reading all these books. I could be the top donor if I really wanted. What is Games Aid? Isn't this just... I don't actually know what this is. Now, Trump has his own book that I'm sure he probably read. No! No! Oh no. I can't watch Shoe Nice videos anymore. He makes me legitimately want to vomit. Just everything. It's not even like when he eats disgusting food, it's like when he eats just like a container of Old Spice. Eating cock. It's not hilarious.
$100 from Zeiss.
Ugh.
Thank you for all for doing this, and most of all,
It's disgusting. Look at like vicarious nausea. No! Oh, come on. Haven't you fixed this yet? Change the field order. Come on. How has nobody noticed? How has nobody noticed it jitters? Come on. Look, cut the resolution in half or change your deinterlacing method, but do something.
We have $25 from Ed.
Ah.
Thanks to everyone taking part in AGDQ. I'm 17 and my mother passed away yesterday due to cancer. Hope the donations keep pouring in. Cancer sucks.
But like, look. Aren't they sponsored by like that media company that I forgot the name of that I bought a capture device from and it was actually the worst thing? Oh, no, I thought it was Diamond. No, it's Avermedia, whatever. Let's see, that's begin a new thing, that's copy a thing, that's delete a save, or a record. Go back, I was reading that.
We have an anonymous $100 donation that says the inevitability.
Choose the music that you want to listen to.
By the efforts of your amazing speedrunners. Keep up the awesome work and kill
Please.
those time-wasting animals.
That's what that says.
There you go. Can you hear me?
Look, in a perfect world, everybody's donation comment would be super witty.
Hi.
But, like, what are you gonna do?
It sounds weird. I can feel myself.
That's good.
You get used to it.
It's a good
Yeah, fortunately.
bit of music that I can hear over Mega Man. Oh, wait, I can't.
I've had to do that. Yeah, I think so.
Good luck.
Go back. No, I want to read the things. That says prologue.
Fire Emblem.
I couldn't make out that third one though. Wait, does it just start like this?
Alright.
I never
No better
played
way to
any of
get a
these.
game start off than with the time-wasting prologue. Let's go.
So this game's being run in Japanese. There's a few major key differences. There's a bunch of difficulty differences, and Gwimpish is running this on the normal difficulty.
Is this Smash Brothers?
Other differences, well, for the most part, we'll get to later. We saw a few option settings. The key things there are.
I'll type in my comment because it is actually hilarious.
The key things there are basically just turning off time wasters, like the battle scenes that are nice and fancy, but they're significantly slower than just these animations that you see here. Fast text speed and the like.
So this is kind of a training chapter. It teaches you how to.
This seems like a game that I probably want to play in a handheld, not actually on a console.
Mike beat his father. The plot is basically
Like Final
Mike's
Fantasy
father is
Tactics
training
Advance or
to be a
something.
mercenary. So.
And no, there is no
But I guess if it had all the battle animations, it would be more interesting.
Nice experience for it, so it helps.
See this level up.
Redo the storyline.
Nice.
They're skipping all the dialogue.
No saving, really?
No saving.
This next
I
chapter
yelled into the
introduces
void, but
Titania. She's kind of what people call the Joggin of
I yelled funny into the void.
the game. She's a very promoted unit that starts with really high base stats, and she has very high movement because she's a paladin.
Oh, what was
The
because
way
she's a girl.
promotion works in this game, you get a number of levels. If you get to at least level 10, then usually
I know there's a bunch of
you use,
handheld
like,
games, I
skill
just
in order to promote. In this game's case, if
wouldn't
you get to
play a
level
tactics
20,
game
the
on a
next level,
console.
You just automatically promote.
Except for Ike.
Right.
And certain
Ike
other
has a-
units which we don't use.
He has a story.
This is a
based
2-hour
on
run,
chapter
oh
17.
dear.
Right. But so usually you start off
I like the red
a,
lady.
You know, pre-base level unit, and then you have
I
to
think
work your way
lady.
up to promotion. But
Maybe it's
Titania
Zealous.
is already promoted, and so she is notably stronger than everyone at this point in the game.
Considering she just killed the boss in one round of combat.
Yes.
So Oscar visited the Left Village. He got a Seraphrobe. The Seraphrobe is an item that permanently increases your HP by 7, which is
I'm sorry, you have to say it in Japanese.
So this next chapter is a route chapter. Yeah, it's a route chapter. So
Yeah,
route
there's-
chapters are
Yeah,
chapters
no,
where
the
you
screen
have
is still
to beat
shaking.
Every enemy you
I know.
through the chapter.
In other words, they're speedrunner's bane.
So basically, most of our units are stored a week. So we're gonna have to turtle up a bit and kill a few enemies that are in the corner until Titania arrives.
Yeah. FYI, this game has this thing called the weapon triangle. So basically, lances are better against swords.
It's
Swords are better against axes. Axes are better against lances.
Yeah, they
The
fixed
sword
it.
user just hit the lance user, and the axe user just hit the sword user, so that's pretty bad luck.
Yeah, so when you're facing a weapon triangle disadvantage, you lose 15% accuracy. And
They
you
fixed
deal
the
1
screen
less damage,
shake.
And the opposite is true if you're on the winning side of the weapon triangle.
Let me dodge the sword, why not?
Good job.
And of course, if you use the same weapons, there's no weapon triangle thing bonus.
We did that.
The sword user actually rolled 1 more HP than usual.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, he rolled 19 HP.
Oh, that is fantastic.
He
Ugh,
just
it's gonna
avoided
take
the
forever.
KO from Oscar.
Yeah, that's one of the things that can happen in this game because unlike some games where enemies are just static, not only are there a few certain levels where they're slightly
Yeah, like Mario and Zelda and whatnot, I think are the best speedrunning games because everyone knows what they are
it's not
and knows how they should look.
terribly significant.
And also,
It's generally 1 or 2 points. at
it's
most,
just
and the 2
they're
points are
broken
really
in such
significant
fantastic
when it
ways.
starts hitting high levels. So it's an occasionally trolly thing that will come up.
Oh, don't say trolly in real life.
See what we got, see what we got.
No
Close the
strength.
window, it's getting cold
I don't
in
think
here.
he's got a strength up here. That's not good. So kind of a quick overview of the stats in this game. HP is your health. There's a strength stat. The higher your strength, the more physical damage you deal. Every unit also has a magic stat, which is the magic version of strength, which is usually pretty useless for physical units. Speed determines your avoid, and also if you have higher speed.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mario and Zelda speedruns are only good the first few times you watch them.
Which
But
is why Titania is double attacking everyone.
Boom, counter!
Counter.
Yeah.
Abilities,
Counter.
we'll get to those
Yeah.
in a bit. First, finish
So
explaining
skill
the
is another
stats.
stat that increases your critical hit rate and your accuracy. And then there's defensive resistance, which is the higher they are, the less damage you take from physical and magic attacks, respectively.
Did
and
you
then
say
there's
luck?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot that. Luck is kind of a jack of all trades stat, where the higher your luck, the more your hit rate.
I just want them to stop skipping the dialogue so I could read it.
But not by much. Not as much as skill and speed effective respective stats.
And in this chapter, you see a couple different units, Shinon and Gatry. Shinon is an archer type, which, you know, they can only attack at range, but he also has the skill Provoke, which means enemies like to attack him. Skills are things that each character can have. You saw the counter that Titania had. It's,
I mean, I would watch Mario 64 speedruns if they were good and promised to go all the way through to the end all the time, but
But now you see these guys attacking, and a couple of them are attacking Shinon. That's exactly what you want here because it saves animations because he can't counterattack.
Yes, you see, Shinon as an archer can only attack indirectly, so 2 spaces away from him. In addition, Shinon has this, a skill called Provoke, and so enemies are more likely to target him. And they're
I
already
don't
really
think
likely
a
to
Phoenix
target him.
Wright. I think a Phoenix Wright
Well, that's actually
speedrun might
fantastic
be the
because he
worst
has
single
way more
thing
defense than
on
he
the
probably
planet.
should and really high evasion.
Yeah,
It would just be
Kirby mentioned
tapping the thing and then clicking where the thing would be to find the evidence.
Characters you're quote-unquote meant to be using.
How's it taste?
Very nice. That's also true to a lesser extent of
It's
Shinon
like how
Banjo,
fast can you just mash through dialogue?
to the least extent of the three. And so he's much bulkier and deals a lot more damage.
Why not? Wow. Okay.
Marsha going all in.
So that unit up there is Marsha.
Can I explain how
normally
Japanese
in the game,
names
you have a
work?
Squareface and enemy
Okay,
phase, and there's a
so
Squareface called
every
another
kanji has 2 readings, and usually
units that kind of are
the
on
2
their own.
readings go
Marsha,
together.
you have
So
these
one
like
kind of
icons
reading
in this chapter because
goes
she's
with
gonna be
the other
very
kind of
important
reading.
throughout the rest of the
Usually
game.
they don't
So in
mix,
order to recruit,
except
you
in
have to, like,
Japanese
talk to her and
names.
have- and then
Who the
and
hell
then
knows?
talk to Ike.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, typically
Sometimes they
there's, like, a
mix,
character you can talk to
sometimes
on the
they're
map,
both one
you can
reading,
right then and
sometimes
there.
they're both the
But,
other
Marcia
reading,
usually
sometimes it's a
special
totally
something
different
and
reading. You can have the same name be read like 4 different times, and like if no one tells you how their name is supposed to be said, sometimes you just don't actually know for sure.
By the time you get to her, so it's pretty safe.
That's why there is a entirely separate dictionary on the Japanese dictionaries I use exclusively for names.
Bottom right corner, he got an elixir.
It's a
Elixirs are
nightmare.
something as vulneraries, except vulneraries only heal 10 HP. Elixirs heal all of your HP, which are pretty important later on.
Yeah, and just to clarify, Gatry isn't actually pre-promoted, he's just like a higher level.
No, I didn't get any news regarding that yet.
He's a class of a knight, and knights are generally.
I mean, if I do,
high
I do.
strength
If I don't,
and
whatever. I'll
they have
survive.
very low speed and mobility.
But I figured it's worth at least trying.
And we got Soren on this map. He's a mage, so magic is kind of interesting in this game. There's 3 types of magic: wind, electricity, and fire. Sadly, we don't use
Oh, it's like
magic
my
too much this
favorite
run,
soul
but,
band.
Basically, wind has an advantage over
Earth, electricity, and fire.
Fire has an advantage over Lagoos, which you'll see later. And electricity has an advantage over dragons, right?
Yeah, there's also a minor weapon triangle involved in that between the different schools of magic, with wind being strong against.
What's the expected date?
being strong against.
Technically, it's supposed to be January, I think, but a friend of mine who's currently doing it said she heard
It
in
is kind of
March.
irrelevant. It's basically like
So,
Why would you use a mage attack another mage?
whatever it is, it is.
Yeah,
you should whack them with something sharp and metallic.
So in this chapter, the goal is to defeat the boss. So what Grimpish did is take advantage of the fact that
Yeah.
he's a sniper. and
Earth,
has
electricity, and
provoked
fire, and they're
a
hit
bunch of
November.
enemies. So he's going to be surrounded by 1-range units. And then the boss is going to actually attack Shinon at 2 range, meaning Shinon can counterattack him. And the boss actually moves near the end of this turn right here. And then on the start of the second turn, you can use Titanium and Shinon to
Is there a reason this isn't being run at like
Yeah, and those 3
4
strikes
a.m. or?
by the rest of the team are actually necessary to reach just like the boss's range. Shinon can chip on enemy phase, and it's actually enough for Titania to finish him off with the boss kill. And I only need to kill the boss on this map to complete it. I don't need to kill anybody else. And with this formation,
There's more than 100,000 people watching us. You have to add in our total of 179 on this channel.
Grit.
For whatever reason.
That would have been epic.
It's happened before. But yeah, Shinon is a sniper, so he's a pre-promoted archer, and snipers... I think
They
this is
need
the
a
first
sub
round
pop
where
up.
snipers get a crit
Not a
bonus.
pop up for donations of like $1,000. They need a big pop up of a dude who spent like $5 to subscribe instead.
Yeah.
Then it'd be
So
complete.
The upgrades of Myrmidons, Swordmasters, and but the Berserkers, not
If I see, I couldn't do an AGDQ thing because I would want to talk all the time. I wouldn't want anybody to talk over me ever. I would just monopolize it.
This is the first of a few
It's like,
different
no,
chapters.
these are my jokes. You shut up. You can't have it.
And the strategy for this is pretty interesting because normally in defense chapters you just turtle up and spam enter, and you kind of do that near the end of this chapter, through the second half of this chapter. But yeah, what Grimpish is doing is moving a lot of his useless units to the side, and then he puts Shinon in a position such that on turn 2 enemy phase, a bunch of archers are going to attack Shinon because he has provoke. He's unequipped right now, so he's not going to counterattack them. Then later, he's going to move Shinon out of the way.
Is that what
so
happened to
archers
Extra
will
Lives?
stay adjacent to Ike, Titania, and
God.
G. So they're going to be blocking.
One day we'll do another thing, maybe.
So there's pretty much going to be nobody attacking the rest of his units starting.
I just don't have a place or a team for it.
This game can be smart.
Yeah, you want
But I
to-
do have a
in
really
that
good idea
situation,
for
you want to move
fundraising,
your archers
actually.
out of the way so your one rage unit can go in, but AI can sometimes not be very smart.
To keep it fresh and innovative. But I would need a lot of people for it. I mean, like, no more than what we used to need, but, like, I don't think I can get half the old team back, really, anymore, so...
Something weird about the English version of this game is that Ike starts with 4
I just want to contract, like, a bunch of cool people and we'll get an office and make stuff.
Yeah.
It's a NA version only thing. I believe they fixed it in the PAL version. So it's just, I don't know. I think 4 Iron Sword spawn randomly if you decline the first tutorial for whatever reason.
So you'll notice that
That's
that
the idea.
archer
It's
just,
top secret for
moved
now.
right in front of Ike. Now the archer cannot attack Ike, who needs to be taken out in order to, like, you know, for them to win the stage.
But imagine
so,
donating
in return, you know what's gonna happen.
with a strip tee. No, it's nothing
I
like
mean,
that.
there can only be one possible outcome here.
All these enemies are gonna pile up on these.
I'm not streaming on the main channel because I'm not funny right now.
You're kind of in the way. What are you doing?
I'm just incredibly miserable, so... I'm just sort of wasting my time on this one instead.
Probably read a donation, maybe. This would be a good time.
Yeah, 1 or 2 maybe.
Yeah, one donation.
Yeah, I know, I hear you, Rosa. Is Twitch Idler still running?
But I love it all the same. Put this towards runner's choice. Soth height, Rolf height, 255 crit height, save the Lagoons.
Right, so this chapter,
Oh, it is.
story-wise,
I thought this would get way more
past a bunch
viewers.
of enemies. So there's no enemy phase until a single unit is outside the
But
forest.
apparently not.
So he's going to rescue a bunch of his
Oh god, it
units
got
and
way
kind of
nicer.
tuck them in a corner. And then have Titania kind of sneak around.
Yeah, we're gonna stay hidden until like.
How can I be miserable when I'm watching Fire Emblem?
Archer, this poor little archer. And just slot.
Stop speeding through the
So,
text.
There's a mechanic here called rescuing that was introduced a while back in the past few Fire Emblem games. Rescuing is when you have a unit carrying another unit, and the carrying unit, when you rescue someone, their speed
I didn't
and
retweet it.
skill are halved. But the fact that Titania is still double attacking all these enemies shows that how
Right,
OP
like,
she
like
is.
she just double attacked
Myrmidon.
Myrmidon, and Myrmidon's supposed to be like all speed, so.
Yeah, another thing though, early game, a lot of times the enemies have heavier weapons than they can effectively use, so they are actually taking speed penalties. That's a thing in this game where your strength determines whether or not you take a speed penalty. If you have a weapon with a weight of 10 and you have a strength of 9, you take a 1 speed penalty, for example.
And the speed penalty takes into effect for pretty much all of your combat calculations.
Yeah, and going back to the story very briefly.
God.
They've also found a princess. They're fleeing the nation that is being attacked by the guys with the red circles around them day in.
Yeah, you know they're evil because they have red circles around them.
Yeah, and shenanigans will ensue.
Shenanigans, you say?
Titania got that one strength, right? Yeah, so the goal in this chapter is to escape, which is kind of an interesting objective. You
I don't
end
know
the
if I'm
chapter
ready for
with Ike, which is that
shenanigans.
yellow square, but you can have other units escape and get extra bonus experience, which we'll get into that later.
They should just ban video games.
We're just gonna run away.
Yeah, it's much faster to leave them up in the forest.
This is one of the worst chapters in the game.
For real, this is.
Are there shenanigans in this
It's
chapter?
also one of the more entertaining ones to watch, though.
I doubt that.
Exactly. They are not always. the
See, like,
same.
notice how that soldier barely got killed by Titania. She did 13-13. So this is a chapter where like random enemy growths really play a major factor. It's a really good level up. Wow. Okay. General strategy is he's going to move the majority, pretty much all of his non-Titania units to the upper right area to clean up a few enemies up there. And Titania's going to go to the lower left corner to kill everything here.
Yep, and I just moved Oscar into an important spot. There's actually various trigger lines scattered throughout the map, and if any of your units pass them, it triggers an event. And that event spawns a ton of reinforcements, and it's also spawned
Okay, what I want to do a speed run in AGDQ, ASGD, whatever, DQ, and I want to play a really long RPG, and I want the commentary for someone to just sit on the couch and just read a fan fiction about that game for 8 hours straight.
So the green unit there, her name is Mia. She's a Myrmidon that joins your party. She's not going to be very useful. But she has an ability called Vantage, which is an ability where it triggers during enemy phase, and you always attack first. Normally, when you're attacked by an enemy, they attack first, and then you counterattack.
So Mia is very gregarious. Usually you have to be the one to talk to the unit, but she actually
Just
talks
nothing
to you
about the game.
directly. Which is actually pretty nice, because it saves you some time.
Yeah, and there you saw Boyd hit with the axe. That's the one time you'll see an axe user like that used in this game, in this run.
So it's competing. No, wait, sorry. Soren. Soren's competing. Oh,
We've
nice
dodged.
dodge.
Too. The Soren's a pretty
Nice.
slow character at this point, so it's kind of rare to see him dodge.
He's got really high speed for him, though.
I have to get accepted. Well,
That's actually a bad
I'll
thing.
just doctor a video that makes it seem like I'm good at games.
Well, he will.
You did, though.
I can't do that.
Oscar just got a
Speed
chest
run
key.
internet quizzes. I got a speed run finding myself.
When you get a chest key, you can use it twice to open treasure chests, which would be important in later
What did
on
he say? It was a Google Translate thing.
So we just got Shinan and Gatri after Gwimpish passed the trigger point with Oscar.
It was not
They're going to be
really
cleaning up some of the enemies
written,
in the upper
right?
left corner because Titania's busy with the lower left area. So the roles they're going to be playing is Shinan, while he can't really counterattack anything on the enemy phase, he's going to be, his offensive stats are good enough to the point where he can reliably kill everything that's not a knight during player phase. And Gatri will weaken other enemies for him so he can pick them off.
Yeah, now would be a good time for donations.
All right, we have $120 from Hell Sage. Good vibes to all the runners AGDQ this year. Watching from home with my brother that beat cancer 3 times separately.
Hey, good job, dude.
Let's keep up the destruction of childhood memories, save some lives, and save the animals.
I love how slowly he dies. It's like you attack slow enough, but you also have to
Like,
like
map animations are nice,
dramatically put your health back and then like put your knee down and then pay away. Jeez.
And I like how the knights have this animation where you go like,
I'm dying
Yeah.
on the inside.
all the way. It's
Oh man,
oh,
knight
nice!
knight
Knight
versus
versus knight!
knight.
Night battle.
The most epic of battles. Wow, he's so slow he can't even double hit a knight. Awesome.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what an idiot.
As you mentioned before, Gatri has pretty high stats for his level, so while his speed is kind of not very good, he has pretty high strength and defense.
There's a thief there. Occasionally you see enemy thieves and they'll try to steal chests from you. You know, take them before you can get to them. But in this map, it's only important to kill it for the clear.
Yeah,
the
and
win
he's
condition.
not aggressive, so he won't chase after any of my units to try to like attack and kill them. He'll just run for the chests.
Oh, that's soldier.
Generally, in a lot of route chapters, you want to aim for enemies that aren't going to target you during enemy phase, and that thief is one of those. Because you want to kill as
I'm
many
not
enemies as
even
possible
watching
in enemy phase, but if you
any of
don't
this.
go after enemy units that don't attack
just
you,
sort
like
of
that thief or maybe healers,
blindly
or there's
staring.
one at the top, then you have to waste an extra turn going out of your rating. So you want to prioritize killing those during your player phase. But I think that guy has a steel blade.
He has to.
He actually has an
Wait,
armor
wait.
slayer.
Oh, he's an armor slayer. Okay.
Yeah,
There.
Wait, he double hit the Myrmidon, but he can't double hit the knight.
See, now that'll stay on screen for
He has
like
an armor slayer, he's way down.
5 times longer.
Or something absurd.
It's really heavy.
So
That
I
guy
did my
had
part.
No speed, basically.
We have $100
What's everybody's
from
favorite pizza chain?
Hello guys, I've lost too many relatives to cancer, and I've been a frequent donator to GDQ events since 2012. Though I want to say it has been it was
Nice advertising, thanks.
Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is also the first game that got me into Fire Emblem, so seeing it beaten so efficiently is a chance to say that
Fire Emblem Path of Radiance is the first game to get me into Smash Brothers.
because final mixed low-level mega boss fight, insane. Definitely want to see it.
Insane. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, it's
I don't
also
think
the
so.
first Fire Emblem game I played.
My first one was
Yeah, I could just drive to Virginia, actually.
Fire Emblem 7 was my first.
Sacred Stones was my first.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
Dude, I love Sacred Stones.
Huh? Huh?
Just level up.
Oh, he's level 9, not 10.
Wait, that's speed, right? What is that
No,
skill?
He
it
got
goes
skill.
HP, strength, magic, skill, and speed, luck, defense.
Or if you can just learn Japanese, you could just read that. I mean,
I just have their locations memorized because
Yeah.
I never try to read it when I look at the numbers. as
But
they
yes, that
fly
did say
by.
speed.
Alright, this knight's kind of like
They didn't sell the last 50 tickets for AGT. I bet if I went, they would let me in.
Got like 1 extra defense and 1 HP.
Not like, do you know who I am kind of way? But in like the, I don't think anybody cares that much. Like I'll just walk in, say I gotta use the bathroom, and then just make my way in here and nobody would care.
If you're in their stationary range, but they're not going to move.
Are you the only one excited for? Yeah,
He killed earlier.
probably.
Looks like Titanic is being threatened by the boss.
Oh no, 5 damage.
Yeah.
10, 16.
That healer will not attack you, so it's faster. You have to kill it, and it can also waste time by healing these guys if you don't manage to kill them.
Yeah, so even though they took out the
God,
boss,
I've had
the stage goes on,
headaches
this is route chapter,
every day
you literally have to take out everything.
for a week.
So what Titania just got there is
It's
the mage ban. Bans are kind of an extra feature
awful.
that are kind of they're unlocked when you
They'd kick people out for not having badges. Yeah, I mean it's
been completed before. And
it's a
they
hotel.
boost
I
your
just
stat
wander
bonus by a
in.
little bit when you equip them.
Yeah, 5%
I'll just
each, except for the
you know
main
find a
band,
crowd and
10%
just
for only one stat.
stick in.
Most of all the rest of them add to 2 different stats.
Yeah. The reason why they're so good is because they sell for a lot of money, and you get them in bulk.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of bans over the course of playing through the different stages.
I mean, it wouldn't be a thing they'd arrest you for if you just make it like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought this is my room.
A couple of the characters start with them already, so on.
Oh, spoiler alert! Grail just died.
Yeah.
Ike's dad.
Ike's dad is dead.
Yeah.
What?
In the cutscenes that you're not seeing because this is a speed run.
All right, to base time.
You ruined it.
Let's go with bases.
Okay, so bases, starting from here on out, at the start of
I
every
could
chapter,
dress
you
up as
mention your
Sailor Moon.
bases, where you can manage your items, skills, and something called bonus experience, which you mentioned before. Bonus experience is something you get from clearing chapters, extra objectives.
But then they would probably kick me out.
And you can pretty much feed
I don't think that would help me get in.
directly. So what he's going to do here
Life is too
level up
short
Ike
to
in
watch
the
Fire
chapter
Emblem.
because Ike needs a lot of experience to complete the role
Reset,
he needs
reset. That was a horrible
chapter.
level.
Yeah, you need to reset there. That was a terrible level up. But
yeah, there's
Yeah,
so
it's
you get a
all
little
the
bit
Super
more
Smash
bonus
Brothers
XP
characters.
from not filling all the slots in your party, which you now have the ability to do
That was
from this
good.
point on.
Violence and strength.
And
Yeah. For this map specifically.
Oops.
That qualifies for it. But for this map, I want to avoid playing as little as possible. I'm just going to bring them in on the map.
I guess this is a good time to mention what fixed mode is, because we're kind of joking about that.
Yeah.
So, when you beat the game, similarly to how bans
Man, somebody tweeted pictures of food.
the cleared file, you can play the game between random mode and fixed mode. Random mode is what the game defaults to, where your stats are completely random, down to the RNG. But fixed mode is when your level ups are generally predetermined. So
Does
most
the
of
Japanese
all the
thing
levels
for his
are
name
pretty
actually
much
say
always
Ike?
the same.
Yes. It does.
And one thing that's worth noting here is that Ike has a weapon equipped called the Regal Sword. It has a little bit more strength than an Iron Sword, roughly on par with the Steel Sword in most regards, except for 2 key things. First, the lesser of them is that it has like a plus 10% boost to crit chance.
They're not playing Mario 64. I've been lied to. Oh, well now they're not.
That allows Ike to clear these Cavaliers down to the south, gaining extra experience, which makes up for the fact that he has a few extra characters out, so he's not getting bonus XP. But this in turn allows him to
I'm gonna go make food.
to drastically reduce the
Catch you later.